Yeah, Buzz King, thank you for that. For some reason, it will not push correctly to Twitch. I'll fix it. Sometimes I remember to go change it beforehand. Sometimes not. Thank you for letting me know. Twitter live. There's that duplicate sound. Checkity check. Check. Wait, did this do the proper? I really thought I was going to get to where there was less buttons to push, but it seems like there's just as many these days. Or more. Tarzan Puma 55 months! Let's go, Tarzan Puma. Thank you. Thank you for 55 months. Almost time. As soon as I can get this string cheese open, we're golden. There it is. I wonder where that noise was. Will not connect to the YouTube chat again. Weird. All right, well, I tried, gang. New problems. They're still working on it. And we're bringing it down. Should be nice right about there. And hey, what's up, everybody? Happy NFTuesday. Look, our closed captioning's working right off the bat. The computer's on. We're at least most live to most places. It's a good day. Didn't have to use my AK. Thank you, Allie, for 55 months. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great day. Who else we got in the house? I had to reset the chat, so I may have lost a bit of the chat. Let's see. I see Molly Watt. I see Cutie Back. I see Buzz King. I see Allie. There's Nessa. Nessa! 54 months. Let's go, Nessa! Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You guys don't forget, because I didn't have it in my notes. I'm glad Nessa came by. Reminder that this, we got their Wednesday live, of course, on Instagram, but my pops will be live, I believe it's Friday, the 31st. Is that right? Is that the right date? With their next whatnot, including, I believe there's going to be some snarts, and they've got a new character. I don't know if the new character will be available for auctions or purchase on that stream or not, but come by the stream and find out. I'm excited. I think it's Friday. I should be able to make it for part of the stream. But Nessa, if y'all have any information you want to share on the live, please do. Feel free to share it at any time. Uh-oh. Did TikTok not go live? Let me try this again. Mike and Lazarus, how are you now? Thank you for coming by. Happy NFTuesday. Try this again. I have it set up where all the sources are in there. TikTok and Twitch and YouTube and Twitter, and I hit one button and it says it goes live to all of them. And that's a really cool thing from Stream Elements. I really love that they've done this, but it doesn't actually go live to all the platforms. It attempts to. I have to turn them off and back on again. I don't know if I've done something wrong or if there's something I still need to... There we go. TikTok is live now. Something I need to be doing different in my setup. I don't know. It's all a beta version, so they're still learning and updating. There was an update today, so hopefully in time it'll all work itself out. In the meantime, I get to click some extra buttons. No biggie. The free NFT for the day has popped up in the chat, because I had to do so much work for our superb owl launch, which is today. I didn't have time to create a free NFT for the day, but I wanted to still reward everybody, and I thought this would be a nice way to maybe pump up some of the blends. For those of you who are regulars, when you go to fill out the form, you'll notice that the free NFT normally is a Nerd Unite logo or something. This week, it's Hoot 2.0 Owl. So here's what I'm going to do for everybody that claims on the forum this week, which is available on Twitch, and we could get it on YouTube as well. You'll get a free NFT, and that's going to be a Hoot 2.0, which is one half of pretty much any of the blends that I've ever done. And there's lots of blends still available on Nifty Blocks. We can look at those later if you guys want to see the details. So that just gave you half a blend for free. And then you could pick the logo. Maybe you already have it, or maybe you go purchase it, because all those are available for purchase, and you could do those blends. You could still be chasing there's some one-of-ones hidden in there. There's still some old Pennywise-inspired NFT blends that could yield you a pop. There's still 2 pops out there to be claimed. They have not been claimed yet, so you could go do that. But I'm giving you half. I'm giving you half of what you need. So hopefully that will entice some of you to go back and do some of the blends that you've been thinking about doing. What's up, Zach Bonifer? How are you now? Mocking Lazarus is getting to enjoy the stream on my day off. Nice. How's your day off land on a Tuesday? You must work, do you work retail or maybe at a restaurant? I feel like those are the only folks that get. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate you. I feel like I worked those shifts for years and didn't care for it, but it did give you those opportunities during the week to take care of things you had to take care of, right? What's up to TikTok? Looks like it's going well now. Sorry, I'm eating a little string cheese. When you're going to be sitting here for 4 hours plus streaming, it's good to get a little bite to eat right beforehand. Keep that blood sugar where it needs to be. Thank you, Misty, for pinning the link. Happy NFTuesday again to everybody. We're going to be going through some fun stuff today. I got my laundry list of things that need to do. We got to pick a winner for Adventure Time. I'm sorry, Nerd Venture bonus blend. We've got Superb Owl games to launch. If you're not familiar with the Superb Owl, you have to say it very carefully. We've got a Squares game that we're going to be playing where you can buy squares in the game by purchasing an NFT. Very easy. And then a chance to win some prizes. I'm going to reveal all those prizes and stuff. We got the free NFT for the day for NFTuesday. We got Twitchy Treasures and Twitchy Tides to go over and play some games. And I got some boxes to unbox, which might be where we get started here fairly soon. That one I'll tell you all about. And then I got 2 of these bad boys from Funko, which I believe... Which ones are these? These might be Rick and Morty. I've seen some other people getting theirs, so I'm guessing that's what's in here. I don't pay close attention when it says it's shipping me stuff. I like the surprise of opening the boxes, but I see other people getting theirs and racing to the socials to get theirs posted first. Maka Lazarus says, USPS, I'm off Sunday, and then the second day rotates every week. So next week I'm off Wednesday, and so on. Interesting. You think people would want more of a consistent schedule, but I guess there's something to that. Those are interesting days off. I mean, you figure out how to make it work, right? Our mailman at work was telling us about the rotation. Misty, I saw yours. This is one of the things, I love Twitter and I love Instagram, right? Both Twitter first, then Instagram right behind that. You ever open up your app and you see a post you want to interact with, and the second you go to touch it, it then refreshes? Like, that was the refresh, because I hadn't seen that post before, but then it refreshes again, and then I can't find it unless I go search for it again. I saw your post, meant to like it, it did that, it jumped, I got distracted by something else. We know because of, where's my squirrel pen? shiny object. I got squirreled. Well, it was just right here. Maybe somebody else wanted to play with the squirrel pin. And I forgot to go back and like it. I'm sorry, Misty. I just got a package from Drop. Excited to see what is. Cutie is probably the same thing, right? Squirrel. Exactly. I just got the squirrel pin put up here, and now it's already... My desk is a mess. Kelly's always like, why don't you organize and clean your desk? Won't it make you feel better? It might, but then that's time to take away from something else I need to do. And I have a lot to do. My laundry list of to-do items is getting better, but it's still a lot. I'm trying to get a rhythm going this year of the same things every Monday, same things every Tuesday, same things every Wednesday, plus trying to get in more exercise and walks. Plus, I got a new Bible for the year. I'm trying to read some of the Bible every day. I'm trying to balance my life. And it's not that easy, even after all these years of doing it. I just can't seem to figure it out. Has some benefits because once a month I get a 3-day weekend. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. You can plan your vacations around that. All right, let's do this thing first, and then we're going to talk Superb Owl, and then we'll come back to the other unboxings. But this, I wondered when it might finally arrive. But every year we do Extra Life. That's the light you see back here. And for those of you who... I showed these already. For those of you who've filled out your form, you'll soon be receiving these, the NFT rally stuff that we did around Extra Life this year. We raised $28,500, I believe it was this last year. Nothing to sneeze at. We did good as a team. It's a lot of work. One of the perks that Extra Life does every year is for any individuals who raise over $2,000, they have an extra item that they will gift you. In the past, I've gotten a cool keyboard. I've gotten that neon light. I got a rug last year, which unfortunately didn't work out in the room, but I really liked the rug. The first year, I got a big, awesome gaming chair. Which for me, it's a little too narrow, but it makes a great second chair for when Kelly joins me on streams. This year, it's what's in this box, I do believe. So I'm going to check it out right now and show you guys what I got. Mock and Lazarus says, oh yeah, if you plan it right, you can get like 10 days off and only use 4 or 5 days of AL. I'm assuming that's like flex time, your days off and illness and whatever. Speaking of unboxing, Staples just delivered a box to work, which I think is the right size to send your stuff. Oh, perfect. You were just waiting on the right size box? That's annual leave. I have not heard that phrase before. Darth Wacko, what's happening? How are you now, brother? Yeah, I still haven't done it, but I have to. I still need to send the winner of the skate deck out, which was Pop Paragon. And I don't have a box for it. I'm seriously thinking about ordering a different skate deck from Amazon just to get the box, and then returning the skate deck to Kohl's. Is that slimy? That's slimy, I think. Just so I can get the right size box. I'll just build a box. But I thought about it, seriously. I thought that'd be funny. Basically, vacation days, LOL, we get sick and annual. Oh, okay. That's different. Interesting. My Blim Blam has a broken off ear, easy fix at least. I'm glad that we talked about what might be in that box, or else I'd have been like, Blim Blam? So very excited for the stream today. I feel like I'm finally going to get the hang of some of this NFT. Beautiful. Darth Wacko, we're here to answer questions for you. Can you do that box trick? Box trick? What do you mean? Sounds like a good plan, says Nadu6. All right, here we go. Here's the box. Comes with a little card. And says, your fundraising is out of control, and we love it. Your successful fundraising campaign this year will change kids' health and change the future. Extra Lifers have requested custom controllers for years, and we're so excited to present yours as a way of saying congratulations and thank you for raising at least $2,000 for your local member hospital / Extra Life this year. Keep gaming with that incredible spirit and your new controller. Show it off every chance you get, and let your friends and supporters know how they can join Extra Life too and unlock awesome rewards like yours. Is that really? There's 2 commas there around TOO. It feels like not correct grammar, but I'm sure it is. Game on the Extra Life. I'm not nitpicking. It just threw me off for a second. Some people don't like, we've talked about this before, they don't like capitalization or punctuation. They just do these run-on sentences. I don't know how you're supposed to read anything that way. I learned you pause for the commas. And then when you have to decide whether or not you're going to write a comma, it's pretty easy because it's where you would naturally pause. That felt weird. The sentence reads, Show it off every chance you get and let your friends and supporters know how they can join Extra Life 2 and unlock awesome rewards like yours. I guess if they just said Extra Life TOO, somebody would think it was part of the title or something. Let's see. Here's the box. It got a little crushed, but that didn't matter. I'm not concerned about it with this. Got this anarchy symbol on the side, which I assume it's this Captain Alex designs. Captain Alex is an industry-leading custom controller company specializing in officially licensed artist design controllers for all modern platforms. Congratulations on raising $2,000 with your Extra Life campaign this year. You've unlocked this one-of-a-kind custom controller that I've designed just for you. I hope you love it, Alex. So if you guys want to check out CPTN for CaptainAlex.com, maybe they do other controllers on small runs that you could do as like a corporate bonus or some sort of surprise, or maybe we could even get them for gifts, giveaways. I don't know. I'm a grammar Nazi. I completely understand. Bad grammar and spelling kills my OCD. Yeah, it gets me. It gets me so bad. Nadu says, seems like a bit of that Funime Mythic Freddy have arrived broken for some. I saw that. Some people, I saw somebody got broken sword. But, you know, again, their customer service has been on par, has been on fire, really, over the last year. I think one time I didn't get a response back right away and I didn't follow up. That's on me. But like, I've got a replacement box coming for one of my pops that they've already said that they're taking care of. I think they'll be replacing those if they can. Here's the unboxing for the controller. I chose Xbox because to me, it is my favorite platform, my favorite console to play on, but also I've always thought that the Xbox controller was far superior to any of the others. I know some of you feel that way about your PlayStation. I don't think anyone feels that way about a Wii controller or the Joy-Cons, but that is a solid, this is an official Xbox controller, I think. Yeah, it is. That has been, oh man, that's nice. That is real nice. And this is a rechargeable, isn't it? No, it's batteries, but you can buy the rechargeable component thing, the adapter to go in there. That is dope. My dyslexia drives grammar people crazy, saying sorry ahead of time. Wait, isn't that great? That is awesome. Big shout out. I need to take a picture of that and post it. I am quite proud of those things, these items. My first thought when I got the chair was, man, why don't we donate that money to the kids instead of me getting a chair? But I get it. It does inspire me every year, and I need to get signed up. I wrote this down on Friday per Pastrilla's request. I need to get our team signed up for this year. We can start fundraising anytime. I just need to get it done. But this is really cool. I don't know if I'll play with it because I don't want to mess it up, but that would look really dope, like mounted up there on a controller holder of some kind. I know they have some that are like characters. I have a Master Chief one. But if there's a Sully one, it'd be perfect to go up there. So thank you to Extra Life. That's really cool. That's a super nice controller. You say PlayStation for you, huh, Darth Wacko? Xbox controller feels so foreign. See, I don't dislike the PlayStation. Everybody thinks you got to pick one or the other. You got to hate on the other. No, it's kind of stupid. I like both. Don't get me wrong. The PlayStation controller feels much smaller to me, at least the previous generations. The newest PlayStation one is much better. It's actually, I think, wider now. Here they are side by side. It looks like the PlayStation 1 is wider, but I don't think it is. I think they're almost identical when you hold them up. Look at that. They're basically identical in the width. I think that the PlayStation 1 has morphed over the years to be a little bit more like the PlayStation 1. It has a decent hand feel. Make your jokes. But I still prefer the Xbox. I've been using the Turtle Beach. It's a wired one, which I don't care for the wired part all that much, but I also don't like hot swapping batteries while I'm trying to play games. I used to, long time ago, I had these dockable, I had 2 batteries, and I could literally swap and put a new battery in and be back to playing in like less than 10 seconds. It's like a pit stop for NASCAR. But this way I don't ever have to worry about that. And I think the latency is a little lower. Not that it matters. I'm not a pro gamer, but whatever. That's cool. That's cool. The PS5 took me a minute to adjust to because of how Xbox-like it was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've made it. They've over the time made it more like that. Well, Stan, are you getting the controller too? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I got mine. I'm so stoked. Allie says it's an incentive, and for all we know, maybe they had the chairs donated or heavily discounted. I think they did, Allie. Probably right. I think they worked with, what company was that made those? Racer X? I think they worked with them, and Racer probably provided them at little to no cost at all. Yeah, so at first I felt bad, and I was like, I wish we could donate that money, but I get it, and it is a nice boost. It's a nice thing to have around to see and go, oh, that's so cool. I remember what we did in raising the money for the kids. It's a nice reminder every year to get back to it, you know? Sick controller Sully to power noobs. To power noobs with, yeah, we're going to do it in Fortnite later, right? Well, Stan's getting one. Awesome. Well, Stan, thank you as always. I just love watching your streams, man. You're doing such a great job. Well, Stan always gives a shout out to me when he streams, and I really appreciate that. If you guys have not followed him, I'd like to do the same back. And I noticed this today in Las Vegas Ape stream. If we do SO Welsh Dan FT or DANFT, you guys may see a pop-up in your chat if you don't follow him already that will say, join us in following Welsh Dan. Please do. That's on Twitch, of course. If you're watching on TikTok or Twitter or YouTube or whatever, come over and join us on Twitch. They've got all this really cool... Oh, did they? Nice, Misty. Well, take a look. Please join us in following over on Twitch. On Twitch, we can do so much more than on those other platforms to engage with everyone, and that's where I started. I started on Mixer, but once Mixer went belly up, thanks to some bad business decisions for Microsoft, went to Twitch, and Twitch is home. Because there's so much interaction that we can do inside the chat to give away prizes and engage folks who are watching and feedback information and whatnot. And like today, you get a free NFT if you're here in Twitch. You got to be over on Twitch. I can drop the link on YouTube here in a bit as well. But Misty said, oh, Sully Funko just posted glam shots of the Jumbo Chan Proto. Let's take a look at that. But you didn't say where they posted. I'm hoping they put it on Twitter, but who knows? Let's see. And is that from Funko or Drop? Let's see. Oh, I see. Not the prototype. The Proto. That is really cool, man. I don't care if you love Proto or not. From a design standpoint, this is really cool. And I love the Japanese style packaging that they do for these. I desperately wanted one of the first ones. Didn't get it, can't afford it. But these are super cool. I would love to one day have some of these in my collection. Shepard, what's going on? How are you now? Really good glams. This is cool. The like robot-esque bone. That's really cool. Yeah, I won't be able to get one of these this time again, just because of the price. Yeah, for those of you who are chasing it, best of luck to you. I assume this is, again, one of those where you go in, tell them you're interested. Yeah, using Run Fair. That's what it's called. So it goes on sale January 30th, which is going to be Thursday, right? At 9:30 a.m. So you click on Notify Me, and I think at that point you go in and you put in your information and say, I want to buy one. And then if you're chosen a few days later, it actually charges you and you get it. But you may not get chosen since there's only 1,200 of them. It's $250. I can't do it. Once upon a time, I would have, but I can't do it now. Same, super cool looking, but the price is crazy to me personally. I mean, look, if they could, there's a couple things that might entice me. And I don't think it's shown here. You get the figure. Didn't they originally come with like a card or a coin or something? I think there's a card in there with like a certificate of authenticity. You take this and you give me this and include an NFT of LE250 or LE1200 that corresponds with this. That might entice me a little more. The price is, I'm not going to say it's too expensive. Like to me, that's an ignorant comment. You could say it's too expensive for me. It's too expensive for my budget, but it's not too expensive because they will sell out, i.e. supply and demand works just fine. It's too expensive for me right now. They come with their certificate. I thought so. You got a Jumbo Chan Freddy for $100 a few months after the drop. If you told me this was $100 and I got an NFT, no brainer, I'd do it. But they got to make a profit, and this stuff is not free for them to produce. It costs money. They are a business. I don't like the phrase too expensive. So somebody will say that, I'm sure, but it's just not for me. Somebody will love it. Okay, let's talk, because they go on sale here shortly. Let's talk Superb Owl, and then we will come back. So this will be our 4th annual year to do this. For those of you who have participated before, you're well aware of how this goes down. For anybody who may be new, I know Darth Wacko did not participate in the past, so let's lay it down for you so you have an idea of what's going on here. You guys are familiar with Squares games. You might have one at your office, or maybe you participated in, Darth Wacko has one going on for himself. You might have participated with them before. You buy a square. There's 100 in a grid, 10 by 10, that will represent your spot and a chance to win money based off the outcome of the quarters and the end of the game for a foosball game, right? This just happens to be for the big game. We have to say that so we don't get sued. We all know what we're freaking talking about. Anyway, you buy a square and you randomly get a square, and then later on, after the squares are all purchased, you find out what your score will be. You might be the alignment of 7 and 3. We'll look at an example on screen in a second. And if the score ends in 7 and 3, you're a winner. So you don't have to spend much money typically. You buy a square or squares, and then you might win a prize, right? So what I'm doing for the 4th year in a row, and we'll look at one of these. Is this game 1? This is game 1. Okay, so I got 2 games that I'm gonna run simultaneously, and then if the 2 games sell out, I'll run another one. It's up to you guys to determine whether or not you want to do more. But here is a look at the spreadsheet that I built for game 1. I'll show you the logo in a second and how you can buy in on it. But essentially, you're going to buy an NFT. They're $4 a square. You're going to buy an NFT. You get a square. You want to buy multiple NFTs, you can. There's a little bit of a cooldown to slow you down from buying them all. Once we fill these squares on here, once all of them are sold out, we will randomly assign those your NFTs by mint number to the grid here. And so, like, you can see a little, it's kind of hazy, but you can see last year's numbers. I just made them a little more transparent temporarily. But let's say you got mint 14, and that was the first number that we got off spinning a wheel, 14, it would go in that square. And then that means if the score ends at any point 0-0 in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or into the game, that person wins a prize. Go over to the right side, tells you what the prizes are down here in the area I'm highlighting right now. So on this first game, I am giving away to the winner of the first quarter a 1-of-1 NFT, still to be designed, but I'll get that designed soon. Why do I keep picking the wrong thing here? There we go. And 1,000 wax. If you win the second quarter, a 1-of-1 NFT and 1,000 wax. If you win the third quarter, a 1-of-1 NFT and 1,000 wax. If you win the final score of the game, which is not the end of the fourth quarter, it's the final. So if in the fourth quarter it's a tie, we go into overtime, and then that is the final score, and thus that is the winner. Doesn't matter if you had 1-0 and that was 1-1 and that was the end of the fourth quarter. That means we go, if it was like 21-21, we'd go to overtime. That fourth quarter doesn't matter. It goes to the overtime score. And whatever the final of the game is. But I'm gonna give away a Beetlejuice premium pack plus a 1-of-1 NFT to the winner of the overall game. That's on game 1. Then I also have, last year we had these, I did bonus numbers. In other words, because it was too complicated for the community to understand what forward and backward was, I took the backward part out of it. If you've ever been a part of that, it's really pretty simple, but everybody really did not understand. I had to explain it like a gazillion times, so I just took it out. So what we're going to do instead is, after the game is over on that following Tuesday, which my stream should be the 11th, that Tuesday, we will go in and we will, didn't do it again. Hold on, sorry. I got to fix something. On TikTok, it just decides it doesn't want to show the proper window, even though I've got it selected. There we go. Okay. We're going to do these bonus numbers. So we'll roll a random number generator, and it'll come up with a score, let's say 7 and 2. Right? That's your bonus numbers. Whoever has 7 and 2 wins that bonus entry. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick first, second, third quarter winner and an overall winner. That's going to be 4 people. And we're going to play a special custom edition of the box game with those 4 people with only one winner. One of those 4 people will win something nice. I'm thinking about making it all pops in the 4 boxes, valued at like at least $25, $30 or more. That way, those folks all have a chance to win a prize. So no matter who you are, if you buy at least 1 square, you got a chance at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different prizes for your 1 square. And you can win multiple. You can win multiple quarters. If you get 0-0 and the first quarter ends 10-10 and the second quarter ends 30-30 and the third quarter ends 30-30 again, you won 3 times. You can triple down. It's unlikely you would also win the final because that's not going to end up in the same 2 numbers at the end, most likely. It could. We could end up with like 32-12, but unlikely. Allie has enough for a square. Darth Wacko says, I feel that. Are you talking about the forward-backward thing? Go Birds, says Savage. I know we got Misty and Savage are Philadelphia fans. I know we have some others around here, but hopefully that makes good sense to you guys. In the past, we've been able to sell out 2 games, no problem. Can a person win multiple bonus prizes? No. Bonus prizes will be chosen at random. I've got this written over here, so I'm reading it. Bonus prize numbers will be chosen at random number generator on the stream following the big game. The bonus prize numbers will not be the same as the scoring numbers. In the event that the 2 numbers are the same in any quarter at the end of the game, both numbers will be re-rolled. So I take that back. You could win multiple bonus prize numbers. You could. They will just have to be because you had multiple squares and you happen to get one of the other squares. But you could win multiple bonus squares. So somebody could, if they bought like 50 squares on the game, they might win more than 1 bonus prize. So yes, that's possible. Sorry. I had to think through that out loud, and so my answer changed. Hopefully that makes good sense. That's game 1. Yo, Emilio, what's happening? How are you now? Everybody's eligible to participate in this, by the way. The one caveat is for the box game, if it ends up being a physical prize, you've got to give me a U.S. shipping address. So maybe I need to put that in there as well. Prizes to be revealed soon. Must have a U.S. Winner must provide a U.S. shipping address to receive prize. Okay. Yeah, I got to put that in there just to cover myself. That's why I switched to NFTs for the stuff on the left, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. And then I had the idea about this bonus box game, and I didn't consider the impact there, so I've added that now. But hopefully that doesn't sway anybody. If you want to play, and if you win, and the physical prize, you can't give me a U.S. shipping address, we'll see if we can figure out like a wax equivalent in value to send for that prize. I think we could do that. I wonder how many Square games we'll get this year, says Nadu. Are you talking about here or like across the board for a bunch of people? Like other people offering them as well. I've got this is Square Game 1, and then we got Square Game 2, which is very similar in the layout, of course. It's going to be the same layout, but you can buy squares for both boards if you want, or one board only, whatever. In this one, this is going to be more Twitchy Tide focus. Same prize for first, second, and third. It's 1,000 wax and a 101 NFT, but the final, if you win this one, is going to be 2 of the 25 fish packs from Twitchy Tides, Series 4.1. So 50 total fish. We did 2 last year, but this year, if we sell out the 2, I am fully prepared to launch a 3rd game by Friday. It's not a problem. We could do that for sure. So if you guys go crazy today and buy up all the NFTs, then we'll launch a 3rd one. I tried to make a good balance of good prizes for you guys to make it seem like let's say you go in on one square $4. The potential is if you win one of the first, second, third quarters, that value of that prize pack, the wax alone's worth like $30. I think 30, 35, somewhere in there. I'd have to do the math. No, it's like $38 given the current value of wax, Wax could go up. It is pretty low right now. Plus a 1-in-1 NFT, you give whatever value you want to that. If you win the final, the 2 Twitchy Tides packs, that's about $37 a piece. So that's really worth about $75 plus a 1-in-1 NFT. So for $4 for a chance to win one of 4 prizes, those are just those first 4. Then there's the box game, which would be another prize worth probably around $35 on average. I haven't chosen the prizes yet, but I'm working on it. And once I have those available, I'll show everybody, right? The question was asked by Darth Wacko. Okay, so how to buy a square? No, you're good. So if you want to buy a square, this is how it's going to go down. We're using NFTs to do it. If somebody out there wants to participate and does not do the NFT thing, reach out to me on Twitter and I'll get you a square. I can buy it and hold it for you, and we'll put your name on it and everything. And if you win, I'll make sure you get it. But know that the prizes, the first main 4, are NFTs. So if you've just been thinking about getting into the wax space and you're like, I don't know, maybe this is what makes you to open a wallet and get into the game, right? Let me go to, I'll provide this link for everybody, of course, in the chat. But there are 2 drops today. Pay close attention when you go in. There's 2 drops that go live in 24 minutes. You can see right now, none have sold. To full disclosure, I kept my mint number 5 back on both games. That's the only square that I'm going to keep unless we don't sell out, in which case I may buy the remaining squares for myself. But I hope we sell out. I would rather the prize go to y'all, not to me. But there's 2 of them. There's game 1 and there's game 2. The difference, and the way you can easily tell the difference, is the color of the words Superb Owl, and on the trophy it says game 1 or game 2. But right here, game 1 is the more burgundy color. And you come in here and it's 106.38 wax right now. That could fluctuate, but it's $4. So for $4, you can get a square in the game. If you want to buy more than one, you absolutely can. The only thing I ask, and I've built it in here, is you can buy one and then you got a 60-second cooldown before you can buy another. Yeah, absolutely, Melio, for sure. I'm going to share the link right now. But so you guys know, and this is eligible for anybody that's on the Wax blockchain. You don't have to be on Twitch specifically. I've also, because of the way I've built it, as long as you have a Wax wallet, I don't have to track you down for an address or anything for any of those 4 main prizes. If you win, you don't have to be present at any point in any stream. You just get your prize and I'll put it in your wallet. It's that easy. You don't have to be here. The one exception is if we have the bonus box game. You don't have to be present for that either. But if you win, I will have to get your physical address to ship you the prize, and that must be a U.S. shipping address. So that's gonna come down to 2 people, or maybe if somebody's really lucky, 1 person that gets both prizes. Unlikely, but. So there's the 2 you pick from. In each one, it also specifies the prize. So if you pick box game 1, it does say a 1-in-1 NFT wax, or maybe even a Beetlejuice premium pack. If you pick game 2 and you want to buy a square or squares there, it's 1-in-1 NFTs wax, or maybe even 2 Twitchy Tides 25 fish packs. I'd rather wait for someone to dump at secondary. It's unlikely that will happen, Melio, but it could happen. In the past, I don't think anyone has sold any on the secondary. I think they've all just been bought right here from Nifty Blocks. So I don't think you'll have a chance on secondary. And I'm not sure why you would prefer that. I'm not making fun. I'm just trying to think through why that may be a thing. These are available with wax right here on Nifty Blocks. So the only way I could consider that would make more sense for you is if maybe you were like, I don't want to give money to Nifty Blocks, but I don't think anybody's going to buy these and sell them cheaper on the secondary market. I don't think that's going to happen. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense for anybody to do. I guess it's possible. Nadu says, looks like there is no limit on how many NFTs in each drop. Shows infinite. Well, there's a pool. Maybe I need to change something somewhere real quick. Yeah, that is interesting. Let me see if there's a setting. Thank you for calling that out. I haven't done this kind of drop pre-minted in a while, and I might have made a small mistake, but it hadn't launched yet, so we still have time to fix it. Chances are I've made multiple mistakes in here, and hopefully we can find them all and get them corrected before we get into the thick of the game, you know? So yeah, to clarify to Misty's question, she said 1 per person. No. 1 per purchase with a 60-second cooldown. If you want to, you could buy 50 squares, but you got to buy 1, wait 60 seconds, buy a second one, wait 60 seconds, buy a third one, wait 60 seconds, etc., etc., etc. If you're wax poor, I may be able to help you out. Let's see. What am I looking at? The drops. But hopefully you guys can help each other out. If there's anybody out there that's wax poor and needs some help, maybe somebody else in the community can help you out, because it's a lot for me to do this and try to do that at the same time. Let's see. Max claimable, 99. Thank you. I just needed to fix that one thing. It wouldn't have allowed you to buy more than the 100 squares, because there's literally only 99 in the pool available. So I think it would have worked the same way, but this is nicer to see how many are left. So max claimable, 99. Because these are pre-minted. So when you buy a square, first person's not going to get mint 1. You might get mint 1 on the 30th one sold. Mint 1 might be the 99th one sold. They're all pre-minted. So let's double check this and make sure. Yep, 0 of 99. Thank you for calling that out, Natty. Appreciate it. Wait, Clint Crockett said something. I can't scroll up in this new chat thing I'm using because it automatically bumps down. It keeps jumping to the bottom, which is nice to keep it there, but I need sometimes to scroll up. So we got more people looking for wax. We got more people looking for wax. If anybody can help anybody out. After the stream today, I can help people out if you still need wax, but by that time, the squares may be sold, so hopefully you guys can help one another. We, at one point upon a time, on NFTuesday had the ability to turn on credit card purchases, but for whatever reason, the company NFTuesday was working with stopped offering that, and they've yet to find a replacement service for it, which is a shame, because I would have loved to have gotten that money. Not enough wax to help anybody, says Misty. You guys keep in mind, what is pre-minted mean? Great question, Millia. So essentially what that means is when you go buy something off the drop marketplace, like for instance, if you went to buy, if you went to buy this Nerds Unite logo right here, this one is not pre-minted. You see up at the top, it says possible mint number 193 out of infinity. That means this one is a mint on demand. In other words, when you make a purchase, it then mints the NFT and sends it to you. So you get the next one in order, in numerical order. So you will get 193. And then the next person will get 194. And the person after that, 195. If you bought 5 of them, you'd get 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, etc. Pre-minted means I literally went in and minted those NFTs, so they all have a mint number 1 through 99, 1 through 100. I kept number 5. And then they go in what's called a pool, so they're all held there, and they're kind of jumbled up. And so it's like a stack of cards that's all shuffled. When you go to purchase one, you're going to get one at random, and then you won't know what that mint number is until it lands in your wallet, or until it shows up that you bought it on screen. It may show you right there. Well, you got mint number 31. The next purchase, you got mint number 67. It's random. The next mint number, you got mint number 1. So if those of you who are chasing low mint numbers, you may have to try multiple times to get like a mint 1 or a low mint. The mint number does not dictate where your square will be on the grid. Go back to this example here. What we'll do is on stream, maybe even today if we sell out, we will go to the squares here, and literally I will put up a wheel of the numbers 1 through 100. We'll start in that upper left-hand corner. We'll spin the wheel. It'll come up and say 37 at random. We'll put that in that first square up in the corner, right up here. Then we'll roll it. That'll take that number out. We'll spin the wheel again for the next square, so that it's completely fair, completely random on who gets what squares. Some of the games you'll see, like if somebody passed around a physical copy of this at an office, they'll say, hey, give me your $5, and then you pick your square, and you go on there and pick your square, but then they'll randomly generate these numbers across the top and the bottom to show you what those numbers are. I could have flipped it and done it differently. I could have put mint number 1 in the upper left-hand corner and then randomly assign these numbers, but for me, it's harder to look and see, to watch and read it later. I just shot you a message on Twitter when you have a spare second. Okay, Darth Wacko. Does it make sense to everybody? Every year we have some questions, and questions are fine. If you don't know, you don't know. If you participated before, hopefully all this makes perfect sense. something I didn't say before, but I did. There's a little area down here at the bottom that has to be filled in. But what'll happen is right before the game starts, I'm going to take a screenshot, or I'm going to do a what you call it? Yeah, a snapshot of who has what NFTs. If you try to sell your NFT after the game, well, that doesn't matter, because I'm going to take a snapshot right before the game starts of who has what NFTs, and that's what, and I'll put in there based on the snapshot I took at 10 minutes before the game on this date. That's who holds which NFT and who will get the prizes. So if you try to sell it after the game, it's not going to matter. It's going to be based on the snapshot, much the way Funko does their snapshots right before they generate the redemption coins. Any questions? Please ask if you have them, because if you have a question, somebody else has it too. I think it's pretty explanatory if you've ever played a Squares game, but you let me know if you have a question, or you see something that looks wrong, you see a misspelling, you see I got the wrong team name. I'm one person trying to pull all this together and keep it as fair as possible. I make plenty of mistakes. If you see a mistake, if you see something, say something. Let me know so I can get it fixed. RC Pad G is terribly confused. I hope you're not botting. Nowhere has anything said Twitchy Tides or remotely come close to allowing you to play a game right now. I hope you're not botting. Any questions? I just need the wax. I'm ready to go. I would love to have enabled this to take credit cards for you guys, but they just don't offer it anymore. It's a shame that wax is so difficult to get. I wish it was easier, everyone. I really do. Because it really puts a hindrance on our ability to do things in real time. You guys should all be able to easily go to like my cloud wallet and go, here's 20 bucks, I need wax. And why we can't do that to this day is still beyond me. Chucky. Yeah, I ain't got time for that, Chucky. I ain't got time for that at all. And you guys don't forget about Jeff. In the Digital Pop Kingdom Discord, there's Jeff. I'm sure he can be contacted in many ways. He's a great resource for either giving him PayPal and getting wax, or giving him wax and getting money back, or I think you could even get USDC from him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the wax during the stream, because it really takes away from my ability to focus on the stream and stuff. And there's got to do math, which throws me for a loop. So we'll have to do that after the stream. All right. Hopefully you guys all understand the sales will go down starting in 13 minutes. That's why I wanted to get to this before they went live. We can circle back to this. We certainly will. If anybody has any questions or needs anything, I'd love to help. This can benefit us both. I put a lot of work into this every year. I'll make a little money off of it. Our winners will definitely make some money off of it. So lots. I think it's a lot of fun. I love getting on Squares games. I will have one square in each of these games. That's it. Unless these don't sell out and I need to make up the difference. If I have to make up the difference, I will. Hopefully we sell at least enough to cover the prizes I'm giving away. We'll see. These will be up until they sell out, too. Until the game time. So if 10 minutes before the game time they're not sold out, that's when I'll scoop up the remaining. Something like that. But in the past we haven't had a problem with it, so hopefully we don't today. Right, Allie? And I think it really adds to the fun of watching the big game. To have a Squares game, you get that grid, have it on your phone, and you're watching, and at the end, near the end of the first quarter, you're like, oh snap, okay, right now it's 15-12, and if the Chiefs can march down and score a field goal and make it 15-15, I've got 5-5, and I'm going to win something. One year I won $400 off a Squares game on the Super Bowl, because at the last second, and for really no good reason, the team that was up, they needed one field goal to get me my numbers. They didn't need it to win the game. They kicked the field goal anyway in the final seconds, won the game, and got the exact numbers I needed. I was like, yes. I personally don't care which team wins. I just want a good Super Bowl, a fair one with fair refs all around. I think it's really fun to watch two top-tier teams go against one another. I mean, they've worked their tails off for years, but specifically this year, from the early spring training or the summer football all the way through to this game, they had to just be in like top shape. They had to come together as a team. They had to figure out how to defeat the teams in the league, and based on the way they've enhanced their team and added new talent and moved around and done different plays, like it changes all the time, right? And I love that about football. And I love that there's not too many games every year. They're talking about adding more. I think that's still fine, but it's not like baseball where there's 161 games. The ads are phenomenal too, Chucky. Inevitably, we get some really fun ads from the companies Budweiser, Doritos that we've come to expect. But then there's inevitably some really good movie trailers that used to be had never shown anywhere else. Now they crap it up by putting them online like the day before. I wish they wouldn't do that. Like just show it during the game and then put it online. Would be way cooler to me. But they do what they do. And honestly, I for some reason I always think back to this. One of the coolest things I ever saw was a Netflix deal, and I hope they do it again. And it was for that space movie with Chris O'Dowd, where they were. It was tied into the Cloverfield universe. I forget what the name of this particular movie was, but they put the trailer out during the Super Bowl. No one had seen it, and said premieres tonight on Netflix after the game. I was like, what? That was the coolest thing. Because as soon as the game was over, I was like, oh man, get the popcorn ready. Now we're going to watch a movie, because I also love the Cloverfield films. I thought that was a really cool thing. I'd love to see somebody do something like that again. Darth Wacko says, I really don't want Philly to win. Sorry, Misty. I'm a Cowboys fan. Oh, sorry, Darth Wacko. Mahomes is a Texas guy, and the Chiefs franchise started as the Dallas Texans, so I'm all in on the KC 3P. Interesting. Cowboys... Sorry, don't care for him at all. Can't stand him. But I do like Mahomes went to Texas Tech, and he's responsible. Was one of the people responsible for getting Whataburger to go into other states. So I think that's really cool too. Fair enough, says Misty. I'm rooting for the asteroid, says Chuck. Are we talking about the movie that I was just mentioning, or is it Asteroid Eater, or you think there's an asteroid coming into Earth now? I'm a Giants fan, so go Chiefs. Chefs. The one that will hit the stadium. Wow, is that predicted? I don't get this joke at all. Is there something I'm missing? Is there a joke or something? You lost me. You're hoping somebody will take out those two teams? I thought your Lions were going to go the whole way, man. I was really hoping for you. It's a bummer they didn't. I'm a Giants fan, can't root for the Eagles, LOL, but also want to see the Chiefs make history with 3 wins. I mean, that part's pretty cool. No, but you can't vote for neither. Yeah, okay. That's one way to look at it. That's definitely glass half empty. Okay, those go up for sale in 7 minutes. I guess, should we just wait it out? Or no, let's go talk Twitchy Tides while we're waiting. Let's see. Give me a timer for 7 minutes. Chuck's like, who are you talking to? I don't see anyone. Me too, but they decided to play their worst game of the year. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Not like when they gave 5 turnovers to the Texans, but still won the game. That was insane. You know what we'll do? We're going to pick this winner. The last Tuesday, I gave away the free Nerd Venture NFT, and/or then you could go buy it after, and you could do the blends. You guys, I gave a bonus and said if all the blends get done, I'm going to keep back one special one-of-one NFT, which is shown in the center of this wheel right here, and has been minted and is ready to go. I would show you on Atomic Hub, but Atomic Hub has decided that no one really needs to see any of the photos or images for new templates. So it's going to come up in a minute and just be blank, which is super duper helpful. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those blank images. That's really helpful. So I can't show you that NFT up close on screen. But I pulled in all 68 blends that were done. I'm able to export out who did those 68 blends. So I have already pulled their names into this wheel of names, and we're gonna spin. Should we spin down? We're gonna spin down. I know it's gonna take a little while, but I think it'll still be fun. I'll set it so that the spins go real quick, and we can let's see. During spin and spin time, we'll just do a couple seconds per, at least at start. after the spin. Auto remove the winner after 5 seconds. We don't want that. We don't want that. Okay. Let's do the first one. These are legit ones. So we're gonna take out names until we're left with one, and that person will get the 1 of 1 NFT at the center. Big shout out. I'm looking at the list over here. War Damn Eagle did a bunch of blends. Thank you so much. I see a few names over and over and over again. It just so happened with the random number generated on this one, the 2 1-of-1s were two of the 1-of-1s, not all two, not both. There were 3, but 2 of the 3 NFT 1-of-1s did not come out until the last 2 slots. I can assure you, I have nothing to do with that. There have been times where there's some of the first NFTs to come out of the blends. But on this one, they were the last 2, which is crazy. But thank you, War Damn Eagle, for sticking with it. All right, here we go. It's just gonna go 2 seconds. War Damn Eagle's name is gonna come up quite a few times, and it's gonna auto remove his name, and we'll just keep doing this as we roll down and take people out of the wheel here. A junior since '82, must watch some Consumer Break. Oh, he ended up getting the 3rd one. I didn't know that, Nadu. So War Damn Eagle got all 3 1-of-1. Wow. I don't know how many times that's been done. I mean, the odds that, normally I have 2, but he got all 3. Poppin' Sock says it's weird. In the last Skunky blend, the 4 rare blends were left at the end as well. That's crazy. All right, so right now we're just spinning these down. After 5 seconds, it automatically removes the name, so I'm just watching when we get that tick. We got about 5 minutes till the launch of the Superb Owl 2025 Game 1 and 2 NFTs. I love that one guy that's super excited. Woo! $9 hours for a certain drop. Wait, what is that? Nadu 6. What are we waiting on? I was pretty stoked today to find out that I did have some THC earned from staking Faded Monsuda cards. Went to the website today and realized I could buy packs. I didn't know I had any. Correct, Walking Miracle. We're doing a spin, and then 5 seconds later it removes the name. So we're just gonna do it down until there's one left. There's only 68 names, so it's not near as bad as like what we were doing for Extra Life. We'll slow the wheel as we get down to like the last 10 too. The puppers is very confused when I talk to the mic. She's up here like, what is going on? Do you walk a miracle? Nice. Oh, what? Poppin' Sock has that drop coming up tonight? Nice. No, Chuck. No. There's some high value premium at the moment, so the winner will be happy, says Poppin' Sock. We'll have to look at that later on. Y'all remind me. Chuck, I don't know what you're asking no about. The faded staking is great. Hold 5 or more from your wallet and you're earning THC. No further step except to claim. Yeah, you don't have to go in and click stake. It just does it automatically for you. And I had enough, so I went in, I had like 3,000 THC that I had earned. Yeah, sorry, Chuck, I have no idea what your no is. Are you meant because I was talking to the dog? Was that a dog and Callard name confusion joke? Yo, Imagine Mike, what's happening? Ah, there we go. That's what did it. Yep, that's what it was, Chuck. Faded and THC, I must learn more about this one. I mean, Darth Michael, the beauty of these things are, and you're learning more as you get into the Twitchy tides, is you're not going to really make any big mistakes that are going to hurt you. So what I always recommend is look at the NFT collection and look at the attributes of the NFTs. A lot of times you can learn from that, at least what the website for the project is or what the project is about, and get in there and push some buttons, you know? I personally love to learn. I get why it's a lot better to have someone help educate you. Like, I love watching Las Vegas Ape streams because he's helped me learn a lot about Twitchy Tides and about the Faded Monsuda stuff. But also spent a lot of time on my own just getting in there clicking buttons and being like, what's this do? What's this do? Yo, Prince Paradox, what's happening? Walking Miracle, this is Wheel of Names. It's not auto running spinning. I have to spin, but I set the settings to not require me to say remove a name, but to remove the name after 5 seconds. So I'm literally just clicking, watching, waiting, and then after the 5 seconds, you'll see the little tick right there. It just happened. I would love it if it would auto spin down to one name. That would be fun. Yeah, this is just an easier way of doing it. Okay, we're going to take a little pause after this spin. The wheel will remain exactly where it's at. We will come back and continue to spin down to one, but I want to jump back over to our Superb Owl drops, which are both going live in about 5 seconds. We got 2 games. Game 1 with the maroonish, wine-colored Superb Owl. If you play in that one, there are 4 quarter prizes to be given away. First, second, and third. You can win a 1-on-1 NFT and 1,000 wax for each quarter. For the third quarter, the winner, or the fourth quarter, or the end of the game. I should say end of the game, because fourth quarter doesn't matter if we go into overtime. The winner will receive a 1-on-1 NFT and a pack of Beetlejuice Premium NFTs, premium pack from Funko, which are currently going for like $40 to $45 for that premium pack. So you can spend $4 on a square and maybe win a $45 pack plus a 1-on-1 NFT. Game 2, which is on the left, the grand prize to the person holding the right square for the final score will be 2 Twitchy Tides 25 fish packs, valued at somewhere around $75 total value, plus a 1-on-1 NFT. So those are there. Let's see if we got any early sales. You're limited to 1 per purchase and with a 60-second cooldown. So if you buy your 1 and you're like, oh, I can only get 1, well, just wait. You're going to see this claim cooldown count down to 0, and then your remaining claims will go back to 1, and you can purchase another. If these sell out and somebody buys 50 squares, I got no problem with it. Do it. If we sell out both games completely, I'll launch a third game. So hopefully those of you who want to get in can get in. Oh, nice, Mocking Lazarus. Awesome. I'm sorry. I tried to give everybody a warning on Friday that this was coming, that you'd need wax. Again, it's really frustrating that you can't get wax more easily. Hopefully, under the new administration, that changes. I know they don't have a direct impact on it, but as they set the laws in place and make cryptocurrency more widely adopted and I guess I'd say available, but hopefully as those laws change, it's easier for wax and more people get into it. All right, we're gonna let those play out while you guys do your thing. Looks like we've already sold a few, so good luck to y'all, and we'll keep spinning this one down to give away this prize. Allie got number 55. Yeah, remember these are pre-minted, so you're going to get random numbers for each purchase. Nice. Okay, Walking Miracle, have a great day. Darth Wacko, insufficient RAM. So what has probably happened to you is, think of it this way. RAM is your storage space. And this is very confusing about wax, but at least it keeps us from having to pay like fees, gas fees and all that crap that you do on Ethereum. But on wax, think of RAM as your storage space. So if you were buying Pokemon cards and you had a binder and every card had to go in the binder, eventually you run out of those pages, right? By purchasing more RAM, you get more pages to store. So in order to take care of that, go to My Cloud Wallet. This is how you'll fix it. Go to My Cloud Wallet, and when you're on that page, My Cloud Wallet, this is what it looks like, and I'll drop the link in the chat for you in case you're not familiar with this. This is the home to your Wax wallet. This is how you manage your Wax wallet, right? In the upper right-hand corner, you got this little lightning bolt. Click on the lightning bolt and come down here, and you're going to see CPU, net, and RAM. We're not worried about CPU and net right now. You're worried about RAM. Sadly, when you run out of space, that's the warning you're going to get. It just says you're out of RAM. It doesn't give you much more. But you can come in here and you can purchase more RAM. You don't stake for RAM, you purchase it. So you don't get that money back. You go to stake XP, even it's bad naming on there because you're not technically staking. Do this drop down, pick RAM, and then put in wax. For you, since you're not buying hundreds or thousands of NFTs at a time, you could probably get by with like 5 wax, which is like $1.50. No, like 15 cents. Sorry, 15 cents. Click buy RAM. It will take your wax out of your wallet, buy that RAM, and then you should be able to go back to the lightning bolt and see a difference in your percentage. That's how full is your binder currently. I'm at 99% and I stay around 99%. So if you just go do those steps and buy your wax, your RAM, using your wax, buy your RAM using your wax, you'll have more space. You can do the purchase again and you shouldn't have any problem getting the NFT into your wallet. Now, if you're buying 5 squares or 10 squares, you may have to buy a little bit more RAM. Another way you can free up RAM if you have stuff currently in your wax wallet that you can send somewhere else, do that. Storing the Funko NFTs on Drop requires no RAM at all. They pay for that storage. So if you have Funko NFTs in your wax wallet right now, they probably don't need to be there anyway unless you have them up for sale. Send them to your Drop wallet, and that will free up some RAM that way. Funko Addict Tech. Hey, Sully Squad. I'm trying to lurk and work. Gonna get me fired having FOMO and trying to add wax right now. Oh, no, Tech, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Stay safe. Stay safe out there. Don't get fired, man. Yo, what's up? I'm Junior. How are you? Darth Wacko, that solved it. Good deal. Good deal. All right, let's jump back over and see where we're at, if the sales are still ticking along. Yeah, I see 10 sold on that game. If we sell out today, we'll go ahead and put the names, the mint numbers in the squares so you guys can see what numbers you have. But if we don't do that today, I can take care of it offline so you guys can see it on Friday. What's up here, The Revenge? That one at 88. Okay, so they're ticking along. Some people are buying multiple squares. Some of you are getting your wax figured out. All right, while that's going, let's continue to spin down the wheel. The last person left on this is going to win the Hoot with NerdVenture Sword. The names you see here, the wax wallets, are the 68 people. It was 68. We're already halfway through this thing that did the blends. And I said that if all the blends for NerdVenture were completed, I would give away the special 1-of-1 NFT. So what we're doing is we're spinning down to one remaining name, and that remaining name will get this 1-of-1 NFT, which I will immediately send to their wallet. It's minted and ready to go. Nice, Darth Wacko. 78 is your mint number for game 1. Now remember, you can buy multiple too. You could end up with more than that just square with 78 if you want to. You just got to wait for that 60-second cooldown. War Damn Eagle had a lot of spots, but unfortunately his name has come up quite a bit already, removing him from the wheel time and time again. I don't want to say any other names. I don't want to jinx anybody, but there you go, Darth Wacko. Yeah, I gotta say, there's a couple things I think wax needs. I don't want to say wax needs to do, but wax needs. And number 1 on that list is got to be, maybe it's a tie between more big name companies with projects on wax and the accessibility of exchanging wax. It's not available on Coinbase or some of the other big exchanges, which I've always found weird. I don't know how that happened, why it happened that way, why it hasn't been remedied. When we started doing this 4 years ago, we're like, eventually it's going to be like, you can go down to the Circle K or the Stop and Go or the 7-Eleven on the corner and buy wax if you need to. No, it's gotten more difficult every year for whatever reason. You stopped messing with the Tomacub and Nefty because it's very difficult to get wax. So, meaning you're not doing anything on the wax blockchain anymore? I mean, you just got to find a way to get it. And there are people in the community that will help us all. Barry, you're dead. It hit it because it was a link. But what is your go-to? Maybe it's something that will benefit other people. Chuck, I don't know what you're doing. This is not hangout time. I'm working. Oh, you deal mostly in USDC. All right. Yeah, that's totally a choice. But I would say if you want to coordinate and talk with Jeff over on Digital Pop Kingdom, once you get him in the loop, it's pretty easy to get what you need, sell what you need. Just got to find somebody that you can trust. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're down to 17 names. When we get down to 10, we'll increase the spend time. $16 left. Uh-oh. I think that was that person's last. Yep. YBCRK is out. I'm so sorry. Lasted for a while. Oh, there goes one of War Damn Eagle's spots. He's still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the remaining 14. Crypto.com. Okay. Really? You can get wax on Crypto.com. I did not know that. I'm really surprised to hear it, honestly. Uh-oh. There goes Anadu. He still has 1 left on there. It sounds like that's what Barrier Dead is saying. And then it costs 1 wax to transfer, which, I mean, that's less than a nickel right now. 0.038. That's nothing. Yeah, you guys, that may be a great resource for y'all. Crypto.com. That's amazing. I did not know that. I can't imagine that the reason people haven't been using it is that 1 wax. Hey, there's Jasp. What's up, Jasp? Creator at Chain Champs. I hope you guys have been taking my advice and using the Chain Champ site to pick up extra NFTs. I've been daily buying additional Funko NFTs for a penny each. I'm up to almost 14,000 NFTs in hopes that, and it's a gamble. It's absolutely a gamble. In hopes that when this Drop Arcade launches, that my theories are right and those commons and uncommons pay off in ways they never have before. They do lack some depth to their trading pools for wax, so you often lose a few percent. Okay, so it's more than just the 1 wax that you're giving up if you're trying to exchange for wax. But can you use a credit card and buy wax straight up, and then you're not losing a percent? Or is there also a small percentage loss in that? Mock and Lazarus says, I use crypto to buy wax, and the transfer is quick. It's just my payday is tomorrow. Fair enough, fair enough. Depends on how big the purchase is. Gotcha. Barrier Dead says, yeah, you can buy it directly. On the fence about mass purchasing floor-priced epics, legendaries, and grails. So what I've been doing in reference to that is filling in the missing NFTs. I'm only a few grails away from having every grail now. Slowly but surely. Ooh, I forgot to extend the spend time. Slowly but surely making sure that I have the complete checklist of all Funko NFTs, with the exception of the 101s and a few. Like, I'm not getting the Harry Potter grail. It's at like freaking $78 right now. Isn't that nuts? I should have bought it when it got down to, somebody bought one at like $4.50, not like a few months ago. $4.50. Boy, not now. Okay. We're extending the spend period. We're down to War Damn Eagle 3 times, LFHR4.wham twice, R.UV2.wham once. Oh, War Damn Eagle 5 times. So you represent a good chunk of them, or 4 times, not 5. I'm going to shuffle again, just to mix it up a little bit. Okay, here are our remaining 7 entries with a longer spend time. We're going down to 1. Tech said Crypto.com app works fantastic for wax and USD for sure. That's really good to know. I did not know that they offered both. So that's really good. Oh, now War Damn Eagle down to 3 slots. We're giving away this 1 of 1 NFT. The names on the wheel are the 68 people that completed my blends from last week. This is something I'd like to do more in the future. It clearly had an impact on offering this bonus 1 of 1 that will be held until after all the blends are done. So it's not like all my 1 of 1s are gone in the first 2 minutes. So this is something I plan on doing more of. There we go. We're down to 5 names. Ooh, uh-oh. Dang. I think you had 2 in there earlier, or just 1? I can't remember which. Just a few spins ago, but LFHR4.wham is out. We're down to War Damn Eagle twice, R.UV2.wham once, and LFHR4 wham once. 25% chance for those two that only have one square, 50% chance for War Damn Eagle, but that's about to change again as War Damn Eagle goes down to only one of the final 3 slots left. It would be pretty perfect if you got this one, but there's no guarantees, right? All right, I'm gonna change the setting one more time so that after the spin, I do have to remove them myself. All right, here we go. 3 slots left. The last one left is getting the 101. So it's getting close. We're getting close to the end here. War Damn Eagle is getting down to the 50-50 chance. R.UV2.wham is out. 50-50 chance between War Damn Eagle and LFHR4.wham. Oh, I gotta remove. Wait a minute. It's not giving me the option to remove. So I'll just do it this way. Did I change something wrong on the... I thought no matter what, it was going to give me the option to remove them. You have to say we have a winner and display the remove button, which is confusing because technically that person's not the winner. Okay, here we go. This, whatever name comes up on this, whatever it lands on is the person that loses because their name gets removed. It's the person on the opposite side that is our winner. I say this mostly for me because I have not once, but multiple times gotten excited for the wrong person. So whatever name comes up on the little triangle is out. Whichever name is left is our prize winner. Congratulations to Tech. You got mint number 1 on the Superb Owl. It doesn't really make a difference on which squares you end up with in the game, but you got a low mint number and that's yours to keep. So having another number 1 mint in your stable is pretty cool. I am always chasing them. I think they're fun. Okay, here we go. Final spin. Best of luck to War Damn Eagle and LFHR4.wham. Here we go. Whichever one is left wins. Oh, after all that, War Damn Eagle, who has 3 of the 4 101s from this particular blend and drop, is out. After having so many squares. I'm so bummed for you, but I'm so happy for LFHR4.wham, who is our ultimate winner of the 101. Congratulations. So close, War Damn Eagle. So close. All right, let me go ahead and send that while I'm thinking about it. I'll have to go to Atomic Hub, or I'm to Nifty Blocks, because Atomic Hub does not show images right now, and I think that's pretty lame. So let's go down. I minted this one earlier. There it is. Hoot with Nerdiverse Sword. Nerdventure Sword, sorry. Mint number 1, we are going to transfer to LFHR4.wham. Congrats on the victory. Thank you for helping complete all of the Nerdventure blends. Nerds unite. All right, transferring. Who is that person? Does anybody know? I can look it up. All right. So that has completed. Let's try that. Let me take that name and see if I can find out who it is. Luckily for all my spreadsheets. Oh, it's Living a Conundrum. Yeah, Living Conundrum. Congratulations. That's dope. Not here, so that's going to be a nice surprise. I don't think so. Maybe. I can't check there. Nope, not here right now. So that's going to be a nice surprise later. Congratulations to Living Conundrum. Okay. All right, let's go look at these one more time, and then we'll get into some unboxings. But right now, the Superb Owl squares are up for purchase. To get a square, all you got to do is buy one of the NFTs. There's game 1 that has the maroon colored Superb Owl words. You can buy one for $4. That gets you a square on the board. Wait 60 seconds, you can buy another one. You can buy as many as you want with that 60-second cooldown between each. There's still 74 squares for game 1. And for game 2, there are still 79 squares left. I know for a lot of you it boils down to not having the wax, so sorry about that, but we'll leave these open, and then after the stream today, if I can help anybody, I will. But hopefully you can help, somebody can help you out right now, or maybe some of you are going to crypto.com to figure that out right now. Uga, what's happening? How are you, my friend? Okay, we're going to get to unboxing time then, and let me change my setup up here so that we can do a little research alongside these. Hold on just one second. Our dog is the cutest. I love spending time with our dog and petting her and taking her on walks, but when I come up here and stream, she does this tap dancing thing in the hallway. All the stream. Just back and forth, back and forth. She can't just get comfortable if she hears me talking, so. I got my Rick and Morty Pops today, 2 of the 10, but the Grail and Royalty were included. Stoked about that. Nice. Here, the Revenge. Congratulations. Uga says, just working on the pack drop for those cards I made for all of us. First time doing one on Hive, so taking it slow to make sure I get it done right. Oh man, preach. You gotta pace yourself when it comes to this NFT stuff, because you make a mistake and you pay for it. It takes you so many hours to fix it, or you just have to start over. I made my first errored template with the Nerd Venture drop, and it ticked me off so bad when I realized I did it, because I've been, over the last like hundreds of NFTs, I've gotten them all right. And then I made a mistake, and so I have what we call a dead template, just sitting there, and it just picks at me. I can't stand looking at it. Stop talking to yourself and pay attention to me, Charlie. January 2025. It sucks, Uga. It sucks so bad. I wish you could go in and burn a template if nothing had ever been minted on it. It totally seems like it should be available on the blockchain. Maybe that's something that can be written in. I don't know. Maybe once you create it, you can never, like the coding for the Wax blockchain prohibits it, but you can edit a schema, but not a template. I mean, it makes sense if anything's been minted on the template, but if it hasn't, we should still be able to make changes. Nadu says, finally got all my Star Wars Pops, and boy, the shipping cost was a bit, since they sent each pop individually because of the size of the box. Oh, so is that how you pay for your reshipping? It's not a monthly service, but a per box fee? Ooh, I bet that was expensive. I mean, that stinks that they don't offer international shipping for free, but you know, it's a business expense. It's not like they have control over the shipping costs, so. Dang. Okay, let me bring up eBay over here, because we're going to be looking at eBay at some points. And I'm going to turn on our secondary camera. Right there. Okay, we're all set. We're fire. We got our burning pack on display. Make sure it's centered up. Okay, so I got these 2 boxes from Funko here. And I'm not showing you the label side, of course. But I'll show you a few tips and tricks on these as we open them too. When you get your deliveries from Funko, I used to separate them so that I would only get like 4 at a time in a box. Now I just complete the order, and if you have 3, they'll send a big box like this. If you have 2, it's slightly smaller. If you have 1, they send them in a single box. But honestly, since they moved to this new shipping method that they're using, I haven't had any big problems. 1 or 2 pops where there was some damage to the box that probably occurred before they even packaged them. I think they're doing a great job now. Pro tip number 1, they come with this perforated tab that you can pull to open. I like to reuse my boxes. So instead, you can just go ahead and cut the tape like you would have anyway. And then you've got a box that you can reseal. And then somebody else can pull the perforated thing if they want to. I keep all these boxes. They're fantastic for shipping because they're really heavy duty. They're good quality boxes. And they're easy to open. Yeah, it used to be monthly, but they changed it to per box weight and custom duty. Oh, ouch. They probably got in trouble. All right, this one has 3 pops. I think these both deliveries are from Rick and Morty. I don't remember what all I got. I know for sure I did the royalty, but what else I got, I don't know. So we'll find out as we go on. I have not looked up any pricing on eBay, which I call the tertiary market. I have not looked up any pricing there at all. So I don't know what these are going for, but we'll do a little research as we go along here. Another pro tip, instead of trying to pry these tabs open and potentially damaging your pop in the process, because it does take some force, instead, go to the end of the box and pop those tabs back. And then just slide out the whole pop, assuming it gives. And your likelihood of damaging your pop goes way down. So be careful there. Also, these, once you get them out, these make great packing for later. I have boxes that I use that'll fit a pop pretty perfectly. These are actually just a little too wide, but I cut about a ½ inch off either side, and I'm able to put a pop in there and put them in my boxes and really limit any potential damage. So I say keep those. They're very valuable. And I love that they put this, the single foam padding helps protect the corners and from smudges. They also keep these. Fantastic. I got a shelf full of them in the garage. All right, first up, we got Freddy Funko as Evil Morty, which was the royalty. There's our box. I know I'll say a lot of the same things over and over again, but like we don't always have the same audience. I love the royalties when it's Freddy Funko. I think, to me, that's just the ultimate, makes the most sense. If anybody doesn't know a royalty, you collect one of every common, uncommon, rare, and epic. Usually you can complete sets between $50 and $100. So each one of these theoretically is valued at whatever all the royalty sets sold for when you bought all the individual components. We've seen it kind of vary wildly from completing the royalty set yourself, the coin that's given out when people get the coin to redeem for the pop, and then what the pop eventually sells for. To date, I don't think these are selling for what they should sell for, but that sticker right there, this is still from the old method, the 2024 method, shows the potential number of pops that could have been created doing the royalty set. That many were not completed. In fact, if we go to popandstock.com, which I'll do right here on the side while we get that one spinning so you can see the box. We'll use Pop and Stock's website, which has all these numbers. I really find this super helpful. His site and Chain Champs are just the absolute best. If we go to the upper right-hand corner, more options, Rick and Morty, because it's already closed out. Come down here and we can see the redemption summary, which will tell us that for Freddy Funko as Evil Morty, remember that sticker said what? 2,200 pieces. It should say 2,200 possible pieces. Instead, there were actually 1,692 royalty sets completed, and out of all those coins which were issued and sent to wallets, only 1,665 people actually redeemed the coin and sent it in to get their pop. I'm fixing the TikTok there for us right now. There we go. So this pop is not labeled correctly on the sticker, and that's been the problem. An opportunity for Funko and Drop since we started all this, right? We want the stickers to show the actual number of pops that were distributed, and we're getting that starting in 2025 with these new drops. Let me get this out of the box. If you ever want to open the box, you can absolutely do so and take a look at your pop and make sure it's in good condition, because, you know, with a chance to get it swapped out if it's damaged, you better take a look, right? Because there might be damage you can't see. But once you get the box, you can open it, get your pop out, and then put it back in without causing any damage. If you can find... Why am I always losing this? Find yourself like a business card. There's a pretty heavy business card, or a room key card, or if you have the official box opener, take the box, turn it over so the bottom is up. The opening is facing you. Just slide in that business card or room key card or whatever, and give it a wiggle. If you can, without pushing too much force, you should be able to pop up that corner. If it doesn't, go to the other side. You do not want to damage the box. You should be able to, there it goes, get that corner popped up without it causing any damage whatsoever. That's minty. There's nothing wrong with that. Love the red crown on the... Yeah, I'm excited about seeing this up close, St. Keith, because that was something I was excited about from the get-go as well. Oh, it's like a red, metallic red. And I'll get that close-up camera for you guys. Look at Freddy as Evil Rick. That is, or as Evil Morty, sorry. That is dope. Really good. I do love the crown. I think that's like the best part of this pop for sure. That's so, I love all of it. He's got the trident from, I forget what that other character's name was. So let's look at a couple of things. This was the royalty, right? So there was not an NFT in the packs that you could pull. You had to build a royalty set. Here's the value of the royalty set if you had to buy all the individual components from start to finish on this project. It did not perform well, right? Started on day 1, day 2, about $88 if you wanted to complete the royalty set. And then during the 120 days before the snapshot, it dipped all the way down to a low, like in the last 48 hours, a low of $48. So half price, almost half price. But then how did it perform once the coins were delivered? So let's take a look at that. I like to look on Atomic Hub, even though the site is riddled with problems these days. If we look at Rick and Morty collection and we go to the templates, you can find the coin. So this was at the snapshot. They issued the coin to you. You held it in your wallet. Then you had to go in and turn that in to get the physical one delivered to you. But you can still sell and buy during that point. So what did it buy and sell for? Let's go down here and look at all. Started at about $46, so about the exact price it was going for on the market whenever the coin was issued. Only fluctuated slightly, got up to $54, actually went as low as $36.74. You could have bought the coin for it at one point. So in this case, for this one, and it works for quite a few of them, you could wait and buy the coin for less than it would have cost you to ever, on the cheapest day, build the royalty set. Wait a minute. I got something that's not working. I really wish this worked. There we go. Really wish this worked better over here. I'm looking at TikTok and now over at Twitter. This is incorrect as well. Sorry, gang. Did I never put in? I had to have. Oh, it picked the wrong screen. One day I'll get all this figured out. I want the camera on. Oh, I never added it there? Oh, I gotta add this then. 1 second, gang. Sorry about that. Y'all continue to watch Freddy spin around. This is called Ninja. Oh boy. Trying to find something in the list of the 58 sources that I have. Not the easiest. Here we go. Nope, not here we go. There it is. Whoa. Gonna add this to Twitter real quick. Add source. Browser. And there it is, but not cropped. Oh geez. Oh geez. the software that I'm using from oh geez. Oh geez, Rick. Why won't it go away? I just messed up everything I had set up on Twitter because as a default, it auto selects all sources to move when it first comes in. This is not ideal at all. All right, let's try this again. Sorry, gang. Bowler Dan, what's happening? This was not the stream you deserved. You deserved more preparation on my part. I thought I had this all fixed, but basically. Okay, that'll do. And then we'll just increase the size here. I'm never gonna bury that, man. There we go. Okay, so now you can see on Twitter. Unfortunately, on Twitter, I'm covering up part of this, so let me adjust that real quick too, while we're fixing stuff. We'll put him way over here. And then for our screen, we'll move that so at least you can see some of it. Okay, there we go. Now we got something functioning. Sorry, gang. Okay, so during that lifetime of the coin, it fluctuated a little bit, going everywhere from as low as $37 up to $54. Now we've got it out in people's hands. Let's see what's happening on eBay. We'll put in Freddy, Evil, Morty, Pop. Remember, less is better when you're trying to get these stats, these listings to come in. And then make sure that you're looking, when you say something's worth something, these black numbers that you see on eBay are not the value of something. That's what somebody's asking for. They may not get that. Somebody could put $500 there. That's not the value. That's just what they wrote in when they said, I want to sell it for this amount. What you want to do is come down the left-hand side and go to sold items. We want to look for green numbers. Green number indicates that a sale has occurred and money has changed hands. And this is very promising for this one. What did we say? It's got as low as $36.74. The last one sold for $100, $90, $115, $125. This is a step in the right direction. This is exciting news for those who've been collecting NFTs, because we've seen these coming in way lower than I thought they should be. I expected to see Freddy as Evil Morty maybe selling around 50 bucks. Instead, it's double that. Fantastic news. Now, if you go back further, you'll see some sold for 160. Look at the dates on these. December 12th, December 9th. These hadn't even been delivered yet. They weren't in hand. Those are pre-sales, which I think is crap. I don't think anybody should be pre-selling anything on eBay. The real numbers to look at are these that have sold since they were delivered. 125, 115, 90, 100. And if we take off the sold and look at stuff that is up for sale right now, you can see that the market has responded. 175 with 10 watchers. That's shocking to me that 10 people are watching when it's that high. It does come with a hard case, but that's worth maybe $8 to $10. 125, 120. Here's one at auction. If you really want to get in on some of these NFT pops that you missed out, auctions are for buyers. You will likely see auctions go less than buy it now. Not always, but likely. So if you were hoping to pick up on Freddy as Evil Morty, that might be one of your best chances right there with 5 days left to bid. $5.50 is where it's at right now. It's going to jump, but will it get to 100? Don't know. Somebody said they thought the turtles were about to ship. Tanner said, I saw TMNT is preparing to ship out. So excited to see the Krang Freddy. Me too. That's going to be fire, man. That's going to be so good. But what we just found out, Tanner and everybody else, or Freddy as Evil Morty went for as low as $37 as a coin. Recent sales, $100 plus. Things are going the right direction. That's awesome. That is amazing. What's up, Going Tonto? How are you now? All right, let's get to another pop that came in. I've got a bunch, but that kind of sets the stage for how we look at these things. All right, this next one out of box here. Oh, you guys were talking about it earlier. There's the Blim Blam. I don't remember. I don't think I pulled Blim Blam. I think. Oh man, a piece of paper just fell in my water. I think I bought that one on the secondary market, so it would be interesting to go back and see how much I paid for it. Sometimes these sell for so low because these people race to try and flip them, and it's honestly a shame that they ever go as low as they do. But as buyers, we can jump in and scoop up some of those deals when those flippers are just trying to make their money. Here's the box. Always mention the foil. I love that embossing on there. I love that they put the card on the back of the box. This was one of the legendaries. It's listed right there. So if you want to look at it later, you know that. They're going to be moving that to the sticker. That sticker reads 1,900 pieces. But as we talked about earlier, that's not how many were actually delivered out. I'll put that box on there so you can take a look at it for a second. On this one, Blim Blam, instead of 1,900, this was a sellout, I guess, on the Rick and Morty packs. 1,878 total NFTs were pulled from packs and coins were distributed. 1,800 were redeemed. So 100 pieces off. That's not the end of the world, but in that tertiary market, when it gets out to eBay, Mercari, shows, cons, 100 pieces could make quite a difference. It's such a funny name. I mean, Rick and Morty has come up with some crazy stuff over the years, for sure. All right, let's do the opening. Let's get Blim Blam out of package so we can take a look-see. Oh, this one was almost open already for us. Beautiful. I didn't have to do much. It's a heavier pop because he's a thick boy. Oh, there's a good translucency on this one too. Look, oh, he's so cool. You got the translucency at the end of the tail and up in the head. You can kind of see his brain through part of that. There's no glow-in-the-dark sticker on this one, but I'm going to see if anything reacts anyway. Not really. I know the lights are on, but you can still tell, typically. There might be a little something up on the ears that reacts to black light. Bowler Dan says, I received my Rick Prime and Space Beth last week. I'm really interested to see what happens with Space Beth, because that was one of the cheapest pops ever. Oh, the recycling stamp. I heard people talking about this. Sure enough. What's going on with that? I saw a couple pictures. Look at... here, I'll go to the big camera for this. Yeah, I hadn't seen it on other pops, but look at that on the... Where is it? On the L in Blam. You see that? There's a bit of like... It's almost like in the embossing. And that's a recycling stamp. Is that what you said? So what's causing that? Is it supposed to be the stamp that goes on the bottom of the box? They just posted about that on their Discord, the R stamp. You can claim new boxes because of the stamp. Really? Oh, Junior says 82 says I got rid of the Space Best because the shipping was going to kill me. So you're international. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense for you then. Cutie Beck says I can't decide if I want to get a replacement box for Blim Blam. It has the recycle symbol imprinted on the Windows side of the box on the text. Yep, same thing. Same thing I have. It's on some of the Batman 85 and Scooby-Doo boxes. I need to check mine to make sure that I don't have any that were affected, because that'd be pretty easy to overlook, right? And this box is in pretty good shape otherwise, but that is a glaring issue once you see it. Yeah, that's a great mold. That's a really good mold. Let's do the little research over here on the side. Blim Blam was, of course, a legendary, meaning you could pull it out of a package. So if we want to, we can come back over. It's unlike the royalty, I mean. If we look at the Blim Blam legendary, we can get an idea of what went on during the life of the NFT. Which, by the way, if you want to, you can pick it up for 60 cents on the secondary market right now. You might want it in your collection for when Drop Arcade happens. This NFT started as high as 30 bucks. That was the best sale ever, highest sale, because it was one of the first ones and people were trying to figure out the market. It dropped down to the lowest point was right before Snapshot, $12.76. This is, of course, on wax. The drop USDC sales may have been slightly different, but this gives us a good way to see the graph that we don't get on drop. So this one came out and just went down and stayed down. People did not care. But then the coin was introduced. In other words, the snapshot took place. You got your coin. From there, in that 30-day window for the sales, $14 and as low as $14, $14.06, and as high as $22. So it stayed, let's call it an average of about 17, 18 bucks, right? Now what's Blim Blam going for? Blim Blam pop. I don't know if there were some before. No, it doesn't look like we have to worry about it. Don't look, black numbers don't count. We want to look at the green numbers. So let's go down to sold items. What have these sold for? 40, 50, 40, 38, 40. So 40 is about the average here, with that one going for $49.99. That does say pre-order, but these had started to appear in hand. So I think you could ignore that 50 bucks, and you could say the average selling price is 40 on this one, which is way better than it was doing as an NFT or a coin. So once again, step in the right direction. People might be finally understanding how limited these pops are. It looks like it's supposed to be on the insert. It's the same stamp that's on the inserts. Wow, that's a big mistake they made. Still, why would that process get anywhere near the actual box when it's supposed to be on the... Right? It's so weird. Random, but if anyone still has an Alien Freddy Redemption coin, I'm looking to trade one of my Adventure Time royalty sets for it. All right. Hey, Sully, hope those physical Funko only sales on eBay. Are they the only ones that have sold so far on eBay? Yes, but keep in mind, that these have just started to arrive in people's hands in the last 3 days. If we go down a little further, you'll see more, but those are pre-sales. Those are when people were selling them because they said they would be getting them. I don't trust pre-sale prices. It's totally off. Only trust the in-hand sales. I think that's the only safe bet on these. There might be some on Mercari or other sites. For the purpose of valuing the pops, Mercari would be okay to look at sales. Do not count like Facebook sales or sales between people. There's no way to guarantee that money ever changed hands. People can say whatever they want. I sold one for 80 bucks. That doesn't make it worth 80 bucks. This proves that money actually changed hands when we see these on eBay. And again, don't ever go by the black numbers. That's what somebody's asking for it. That does not give you value. Well, she is watching you like a creeper. Wait, what? I confused. So this pop that went for as low as, what did we say, $13, $14, now selling on eBay for $40. If you had taken the chance back then and put it up for sale now, you could have capitalized. You could have made some money off of it. I still think the long-term hold on these makes more sense, because as more people come into the NFT space and more people who come into collecting in general start looking around, the low quantities and a little harder to get because of the methodology you had to go through, the process of the NFTs, means these were harder to get. A lot of the people that got them are probably just holding them because they wanted to collect them. How many are actually hitting the market versus comparatively like Fun Days pops or BoothCon exclusives? I don't know. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's less. Maybe it's... I don't know. But how many of these are ever out there? And there's maybe a lot now, but will there be a lot up for sale in 6 months? Or a year and a half? If we go back to those original turtles from the wave 1, how many of those are out on the market these days? I don't know. Here the Revenge thinks it's like 50%. Those are guesses. I would love to know an actual number, but I don't think we can ever get that data. That's a cool looking pop though. Blim Blim is really dope. I like the mold a lot. All right, let me get him back in box real quick. Yeah, and now with the stickers about to start reading with the proper numbers, I think we may be headed in a direction that I've been theorizing and talking about for 4 years now. Well, at least 3. Because the first year of the NFTs, the tertiary market responded. The sales were much better. Like, I remember doing the math, and on TMNT, from the money I spent out of pocket to the pops in the tertiary market, I was up like $2,300, the value of them. I think that value has come down, but again, with renewed interest in the NFTs and the market performing better, those original turtle pops might be going back up now. Don't know. I'd have to do some research. Otherwise, it's just guessing. All right, let's see. I know I had some dupes on these. They sent me 6 pops, but let's see what we got here on this next one. If it's a Blim Blam or a Freddy. Nope, it's Space Beth. Here the Revenge. 50% seems high to me. I mean, you would basically have to see 900 listings of Blim Blam. I'm sure that would be spaced out. It's not all going to happen at once, but I don't think we're seeing 900 listings. All right, here we go. Space Beth. This one says 5,000 pieces on the front because Space Beth was an ultra, one of the only ultras we've had. We've had, what, maybe 5, 6, 7 of them at this point. Meaning the idea was that there would be more of them in packs, and I assume that Funko and Drop did that because they wanted to increase the likelihood that you would get a physical pop and maybe renew or get the interest up on collecting these because, hey, it's not impossible to get out of a pack. It's never impossible. People say that, they're overblowing it. But you're more likely to pull one of these, right? Well, 5,000. There were actually 4,923 pulled out of packs, 4,687 redeemed. Those sound like crazy big numbers, but keep that in perspective. Funko, when they make a regular pop that's sold at Target, at even like, Walmart, whatever. Yeah, I said Walmart. They're probably making 25, 30,000, maybe even 100,000, depending on the character. I'm just guessing. Don't really know production numbers, but I know those are much higher. This one is actually a pretty exclusive pop. Sadly, I don't think the license and the character are as strong, and that's what brings down the value. But we're going to see what this one's actually going for now. and what it looks like. I keep losing this card today. Remember when they made, what character was it from Marvel? They made the comic, the convention exclusive. No, not convention exclusive. Previews exclusive. And they put on the box 25 or 35,000 pieces. That's not a number you want on a box. This 4687 is about as high as I'd ever want to see on a box, but it's still limited. Oh, she has a stand. Stand alert. Stand alert. Iron Man is Dr. No, it was the bigger one. It was the Nova. Was it Nova? Maybe they did that multiple times, but those numbers are ridiculous. You don't ever want anything exclusive to say 25 or 35,000. That's not exclusive. That's not exclusive. Melio, this is a conversation we have a lot here. It is a high amount, but it's not at Funko's discretion. They have to use third-party shipping services to ship internationally. And even with discounts, they're getting a very high rate because it's just very expensive to ship internationally. I one time tried to send a 1 pound box to Australia and it was going to cost me $80. 80 bucks. I ended up not sending it because I'm like, I'm not sending that. I wanted to send something to our friend Teaguesta. Like, I can't afford to do that. It's ridiculous. So you may think that's Funko trying to take advantage of you. I don't think it is. They offer free shipping on the ones in the States, and I'm pretty sure that they're shipping to you if they charge you 30, they're probably paying between 25 and 30. Limited to 30,000. Then they did another one with no limit on the sticker. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. That's not exclusive. You just might as well say limited. Just say limited and let people's imaginations run wild. When you put 25 or 35,000 on a sticker, you immediately lower the value of that pop. I said it when those came out, and if you look on eBay now, you'll see I was right. You can get them below retail probably. All right, Space Beth. If you watch Rick and Morty, fun character. I really dig the mold, but people don't seem to care. Let's go do a little math here though and see what Space Beth went for over the life of the project. I bet Space Beth probably went as low as $5 at one point, which is ridiculous because you're getting a redeemable exclusive pop delivered for free, of course, if you're in the US, to you. Right now, the coin by itself, the coin is still $6.50. The coin probably has more value than this pop did at one point. What I actually meant to look up was the Space Beth NFT first. Let's see. Where is she? There she is. Ultra. And let's look at the lifetime sales. So it started at $11.64. Already, that we're off to a bad start, right? Below what an exclusive at a con would be. And we get all the way down to the lowest sale, $5.60. This is on wax. There may be others on drop. Matter of fact, drop will show the lowest sale. But right now, I think that's going to be tainted by the fact that this one has already gone to, it's already been delivered. But we'll take a look anyway and see. We're looking for Rick and Morty. If you guys didn't know, you can get sales data on drop over on the side here. If we go shop collection and we pick Space Beth Ultra, that's epic. Ultra right there. On the right-hand side, you can scroll down and you can see sales history. Yeah, see right now it says lowest sale 5 cents, but that's happened since it went through redemption. If we just scroll back, we can see what some of these sales were though. We just got to go back a few months. I don't think you can put in a date range. You just got to scroll. Come on. I want to get, there we go. So 2 months ago, there's $7. That was one of the last sales before the snapshot. Seems like he hovered a little over 7. There was a 6 something. There's 8, 675, 660. So maybe it didn't get down as low as $5 on drop at any point. But still think of it. There's 550 right there. Think about it. You're buying a pop that's going to get delivered to you exclusive in the mail. You would normally pay $5 for delivery. All right, let's see what the coin did. Yeah, Melia, I know their international distribution they've been working on for years. But even in the event of something like this, I don't think they're ever going to produce a chunk of them in a production facility near enough to you, to Arab countries, where they're going to save a lot of money on the shipping, because they still have to pay for it on the end where it's going from the production factory to that distribution center. Now, maybe that would save a lot of money. I don't know. But that would be good if they could get the shipping down. For right now, unfortunately, the NFT game seems to be focused mostly on US. And it is unfortunate to the rest of the world, especially like this thing they're doing with the fan reward points for next Tuesday. That really does shun any international collectors. It's unfortunate. But remember, they have costs, and those costs have to get passed on. This isn't charity work they're doing. So, you got to take it with a grain of salt. I know it's frustrating, but you got to take it with a grain of salt. Space Beth. All-time sales. This is the coin now. The coin started at $6.70. Lowest sale, $5.28. Highest sale, $7.72. So now, what's the guess from you guys? Hey, what's up, Robot? What's the guess on you guys? What do you think this is selling for on the tertiary market? My guess is at least 15 to 20. But based on what we've seen from the other pops in this one, maybe this could be a $30 pop? I don't know. My guess is like 17, 18 bucks. Because now, if somebody wants to ship it, if you buy it from somebody on eBay, they got to pay shipping. And the shipping alone is going to cost them $5 or $6. They may get it a little cheaper, but they got to make a couple bucks off of it, right? So I'm thinking like $18. Let's find out. Let's go to eBay. Anybody have any guesses? Am I just rambling, talking to myself? I probably am. It's all good. I still enjoy doing it. Oh, nice. Okay, did better than I thought. So recent sales, $27 plus delivery. That didn't even include delivery. $27, $25, $27, $30, $42, but that was a pre-sale. I don't know why anybody would pay that. There was $45. These people clearly did not look to see what that was going for. They could have just bought their own coin at that point and would have saved them a lot of money. But still, $25 to $30 on the tertiary market. If you bought these at $5.50, you'd be making over $10 per sale on tertiary market. Right, Melio? Yeah, you need to get into that shipping game, man, for sure. I feel they may not continue doing ultra redeemables since they haven't been in high demand. Well, I mean, keep in mind, Nadu, Funko doesn't really profit off of the tertiary sales of the pops. So for them, they're not looking at the ultra as here's a way that we can make sales in the tertiary market better. That if anything, they would stop doing ultra because it just costs them more to produce that much more product and get it out. That's the only part that they're worried about, right? They do make some money off the secondary sales, so it would be helpful if those were higher, but this is not influencing them too much. The Ultra is a better promotional move and marketing move because hopefully what comes out of it is people go, oh, thank God I got a redeemable. At least I got a redeemable. That's awesome. Yeah, just like any other rarity, some pops just aren't as desirable. Absolutely. We're about to see the Alien Ultra, which is going to perform well. So that one is, so what they probably are learning is we got to make the Ultra pretty cool. If we can make the Ultra special, not only will more people get it, and we'll be excited, so hopefully more people open packs. That's what they really, really want. They want more people buying and opening packs. So if the Ultra is cool and you have a really good chance at it, that would be just good promotional for all the NFTs. The Alien Ultra ended up being worth more than some of the Legends. Exactly, see, back of volley, proving my point. So I think it somewhat depends on the quality. There you go. You were typing it as I was saying it. So Space Beth, a $6 pop, now selling for close to 30. Will that hold? Don't know. You got to have a lot of Rick and Morty fans out there. But still, don't let people fool you. That is a limited pop. It is not garbage. It is not trash. That is a limited pop. Under 5,000 pieces ever made it out into the public. What was that number again? 4,687. That's a low mint pop. A low production pop. Peking. I'm sure they don't go into it trying to make them garbage, and I don't think they ever make garbage, to be fair. Remember that it's not all Funko's choice either. This is the part a lot of people miss out on. Funko is the company, they have to license the product from someone else, the likeness. the character. And a lot of times, and I know this to be true, especially with Star Wars, the licensor can come in and go, no, we don't want you making those that you want to make. You need to make these, because they have their own marketing efforts. And with the Star Wars, it killed an entire Star Wars celebration one year because Star Wars stepped in and said, no, you cannot make what you want to make. Make these chrome monstrosities. And I'm basically paraphrasing the community. I thought they were okay. Was I super excited about them? No. Were they okay? Yeah. It's just unfortunate that the licensor, who doesn't know the business as well, can really step in and ruin things. Alright. One more box to go. I know there's duplicates. The blue chromes were, compared to the others, pretty cool, right? Mostly because they were exclusive, and that blue did pop pretty nicely. It looked good. But no one, if you were given the option of the pops that could have been made that year, which they talked about at that panel that year, you would have definitely chosen the ones that they could have made. They got shot down. Like, pregnant Padme was one of them, which we all thought was crazy, a pregnant pop. I wonder how many packs will get sold next week, since I'm sure majority of the people that have fan redeem points aren't in it. Yeah, actually, when we get done looking at this, I want to hit that subject one more time, Nadu. We'll take a look at that there, because there may be some people here who have no idea about that drop happening Tuesday. Anybody have no clue or little information of what's happening on the drop next Tuesday? I'd be happy to. I want to go into depth on it again if we need to. Pregnant Wanda was a pretty good one. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Another Space Beth. I did pick up an extra one knowing that there might be a little value in the tertiary market. Can't remember how many I got. I hope I don't have 3 more of them. But. Got another Freddy as Evil Morty. So 2 of those at $100 a piece. That's pretty good. I recently used nearly all my fan points for coupons off Pop Wars. Dang, Randy, now you're regretting it, aren't you? I feel like it would be crazy low point sales or whatever we're calling them. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a lot. Geek Drifter says I don't. Okay, we're definitely gonna talk about it then. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of packs purchased, but even crazier, and we're gonna talk about it after this pop here, is what packs will do on the secondary. Melio says, I did the math. One cargo ship is earning $1 billion USD in shipping fees of $10 with a minimum of 200,000 tons. That $1 billion on one shipment? Boy, that seems awfully high. Of course, that's sales. What's the cost? I'm sure most people are saving their points to try and score on protos. Maybe. Let's see what happens Tuesday. Okay, the last pop. Before we get into that subject, let's do this. We got Nimbus. This is the last one to look at. Personally, the Nimbus character was a lot of fun in the episodes I saw him in, or episode, maybe. I don't know if they're multiple. We got a little box damage on the top, just above the Funko logo. And do I have... There's no trademark print on this one. Got quite a few scratches on the plastic, too, which is not normal to get that many. So I might seek getting a replacement on that one. I don't know. We'll see. Let's take a look at a pack, or let's get them out of the box on this one. The Nimbus, 1,870 coins were sent out, only 1,793 redeemed. Originally, this being a legendary. Oh man, this is a tough one to open. I do not want to tear any corners. There we go. Sticker said 1,900, but 1,793 went out. So this is the lowest of the legendaries. The lowest number of pops delivered on the legendaries. There is a stand on this one. Stand alert. This is a cool pop. I like these. Like the painting on some of them. They're definitely not hand painted. But it's just so clean. I don't know how they do that on a 3D environment in the production. To me, it's so cool. But I like this character, and I think it's a pretty fun pop. 1,793 ever went out in the world. Let's see what it did during. This one was probably a $15 to $20 pop-ish. There's Nimbus. This is the NFT, not the coin. So this is during when it came out of packs. First sale, $30. First sale usually is higher. on any of these that don't perform so well. We get all the way down to you could have picked it up for $12.60. That's cheaper than an exclusive at a convention. That's typically $15. $12.60. Then we got the coin. Nimbus. The coin sold from anywhere $16.63, $15.80, $20, $19. Only a handful of sales. That's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sales on the coin on wax during that time. And then now, any guesses on what the value is? I'm guessing this one's a $35 pop now on the tertiary market. Yo, Priscilla, what's up? How are you now? All right, we're gonna see what Nimbus is doing on the tertiary market. Nimbus pop. Again, less words is better. I don't think they made any other Nimbus pop. We'll put in Rick for like Rick and Morty. There we go. Whoa! Holy cow! $12 pop now. 50, 60, 45, 50, 55. That's going into pre-order territory. So essentially, we're looking at call it a $50 pop. $50. So all the Rick and Morty that we looked at today, fairly good increase over what you would have paid for it. So if you're thinking about from the perspective of, I don't really want to buy packs, you don't have to. You could have bought the NFTs, or you could have saved even more money and bought the coins. And then the coins to the tertiary market value, you could have doubled or tripled your money. In this case, you could have gone from $15 to $45, so over triple a return. So if you're looking at these things on like, how could I make a couple bucks off all this? Well, maybe in the future, buying the coins and then selling the physical pops is the way to go. I don't know. Not financial advice, for sure. Tech had guessed 42. You're not too far off, little above that. That's exciting, though. I mean, again, thinking back to the TMNT Series 1, when those first came out, the prices on the tertiary market were real high. They've trickled down, but I'm wondering now with this renewed interest, change to the stickers, and what Drop has been doing, and more people coming on board, if we went back, would we see that those original turtle ones are tracking back upwards? I don't know. Tech said, nice. So glad to see these prices get up to our expectation of what we thought they should be at. Glad to see us on the rise. Right? I like the way you word that too. Glad to see us on the rise. Kelly's asked me many times, like, what's the play on the NFT pops? When are you going to sell them? And I'm like, hold now. There will be a time, but it's not yet. We may be looking at getting towards that correct upward trajectory to get us where we need to be, so that it was worth our time and our effort and learnings. How come this one will not go back in? I can't get Nimbus to go back in his package. Oh, there we go. Had to line them up just right. Yeah, it's exciting news. Honestly, it would be really great to see some true charts on the value of these over time, like HobbyDB has on their site. But as we've all come to learn here recently, HobbyDB has been it's tricky to get good pricing. We look and we see they miss a bunch of sales. Can't really be trusted. But just for grins, if we look up... let's look up one of those first. Let's look up Freddy Funko. I guess it would be TMNT. Let's just try that. And see if we can find that pop and what their chart looks like for the value of it. I'm thinking this is about the royalty on that one, which is still one of the coolest. Freddy with that gold bandana. Let's see. There he is. So as of right now, I guess I could have pulled this up on screen. HobbyDB. I always go to my phone when I'm dealing with HobbyDB for some reason. But I know what it's called exactly, so it should be easier. Freddy. Freddy Funko TMNT royalty. Let's try that. There we go. This is what I was getting at, is if this chart were accurate, I would love to see what the data looks like. But no offense to HobbyDB, I'm not trying to badmouth them, but I just know from experience of looking, these numbers don't always reflect all the sales. That was a $400 royalty back when it first came out, and got as high as $560, and has since dropped all the way down to $240. Recent sales this year, only one sale, $128.20. That's ridiculous. How many of those were actually delivered? 1,183. What are we talking about? If you could get it for $128 right now, I'd say scoop it. This pop, Freddy Funko, one of the coolest, and the first royalty, one of the coolest pops ever made, Freddy and Turtles. I love this one. I think this is one of the best NFT pops ever made. Got that really cool gold card, the NFT card, got the foil. That's a beautiful pop right there. It was worth almost $550 at one point, and now you can scoop it for $128. There's something very wrong about that. 1,183 pieces in the world. This pop should be a $500 pop, period. Period. It's crazy to see what those prices have done. So according to HobbyDB, it has not skipped back upwards. Let's see if we can try to pick one up today, what we can get it for. That's ridiculous to me. Freddy TMNT royalty. Yeah, right, Tech? You want that fact? Oh, what? Okay, that's Krang. I almost lost it. Recent sales. At auction, $193. Already, that's enough to tell me. Like, look, we see this number is there. That was November 24. Is that reflected in this 180-day window here? I don't know. Might be. Oops. But look at these last sales. 193, 250. This one kills everything. Somebody put, that's the 128.20. And that's reflected on 2025, or no, in the last 30 days. No, that's not accurate. That's November. So HobbyDB's wrong there. But look at this one, 250 bones. So their reporting is wrong right now, and that's not good. The actual value of this thing is closer to $200. Look at that, 264 asking price, 238, 700 with 7 watchers. That's interesting. 260, 220. Like, there's value to this that HobbyDB is not reflecting, and that's a shame. That's a real shame. I hate to see that. I really depended on them for a long time for the value of things, and now it's not accurate. I wish we had a truly accurate system. I wonder what the Funko app says these days about that one. Let's see, because they've broken off and they're using eBay sales. Supposedly eBay was doing the math for them, providing those. It says trending value $194, so at least it's a lot closer in the Funko app. Can you see recent sales in here? Trending value. Can I get more data from that? Nope. You can't get any additional, like, you can't click on it and see how they calculate the 194. It's got an asterisk. eBay trending value displays the average sales value of this item over the last 90 days when there is a meaningful threshold of transactions. What's that mean? So one sale doesn't count? eBay historic value displays the last recorded verified eBay transaction value of an item that is not sold. Okay, so they put different values up. But at least theirs is a better number. Not just because it's higher, but it's more accurate, is what I mean. And this, I mean, if I could get that for 128 right now, I'd buy them. And I don't even have money to spend on this stuff. I just know it'll go up. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the drop next Tuesday then. After we look at one other thing. So in case you coming in late, I did launch a Squares game for this Superb Owl 2025. There are 2 different games you can get in on. Game 1 that has the more maroon letters here, and it says Game 1 on the trophy. Game 2 has the green letters, says Game 2 on the trophy. If you participate in Game 1, the prizes are, if you win the first quarter, a 1-on-1 NFT and 1,000 wax. Second quarter, same. Third quarter, same. So 3 people will win a 1-on-1 NFT and 1,000 wax. For the final quarter, final end of the game score, not fourth quarter, but end of the game score. You get a 1-on-1 FT and a Beetlejuice premium pack, which was selling for around $40 to $45 last I looked. Then we're going to also have a bonus game for 4 other people to win. We're going to play a bonus Superb Owl box game, and you'll win. One of those 4 people will win a prize, a pop valued at somewhere between. I'm going to aim for $25 to $50. I know that's a big range, but that's what I'm going to aim at. Game 2, if you want to participate in that one, very similar setup, except for the end of game prize. Final score is 2 Twitchy Tides 25 fish packs that I purchased myself, Series 4.1. And there will also be a Superb Owl box game for that one with 4 prizes as well. One person wins a prize. So if you can get in for $4 a square with a chance to win prizes, and any of the quarters valued at like almost $40 and up. So let's call it 5 chances to win something valued at $40 and up. Maybe more. You could win more than 1 quarter. If you want to get in on the drops and buy your squares, you just have to buy the NFT. We've got the 2 NFTs right here on Nifty Blocks, and I'll drop the link into the chat. You buy the NFT, you hold the NFT. That NFT gets you 1 square randomly. So when we go to fill these out, we will do a randomization wheel to pick the mint numbers. So your mint number 1 may be 00. Your mint number 1 may be 64. Don't know. We'll find out as soon as they're all sold out. Then I'll actually fill in the squares. Everybody will have access to these. You'll be able to see them, so you know what squares you have going into the Superb Owl, and you'll know what you win when you win. You can be cheering for that next field goal or touchdown to get you right into the points where you want them. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions on that. The main question is, how do I get wax? Everybody needs wax. We found out today, thanks to the community, that you can actually go to crypto.com and you can get wax and USDC there. And if you want to transfer wax to your collection or to your wallet, it only costs 1 wax. Yeah, Pop and Duo won a quarter last year. Nice. And those 1-of-1 NFTs, I still need to work with Pop Paragon on some way to give them a value for your partner staking in Twitchy Tides. They don't currently have a value unless they've exchanged hands. We got to find a way to give them some value for those of you who have gotten your 1-of-1s. That could really help you out in the game. Am I excited for the game? Yeah, I love watching the Super Bowl every year. I don't care about either team winning specifically. I'm excited to see the game and the commercials and what kind of, it's just 2 fantastic football teams going up against each other. It's always fun. I'm trying through, can't read it, it's because it's a URL, so it's asterisked out, but I'm trying through whatever, and it's taking some time to figure out. I think I finally got it, but it's pending. Was that crypto.com? Right, Walking Miracle? Right now, your 1-of-1s do have value if they've ever exchanged hands before. In fact, I went and bought, we can look at it. I went and bought a 1-of-1 off the secondary market, one of mine, because Las Vegas Ape gave it away on his stream. I made it for his stream. He won it on his stream, or somebody won it and then flipped it on the market. And I got it for, I forget how much I paid. I'd have to go back and look. But as this partner staking comes up, I'll show you. Here it is. Hoop Goes Ape 1-of-1, the animated. I bought it on the secondary market, free and clear. 24 mining power, or BP. Boost points. That's huge when you can only hold 100 and you're trying to get to 1,000 points. There's not a whole lot. We're 24 BP. If we could just get a base value of these to say be 15 BP automatically if it's a 1-of-1 for my collection, then if it does change hands, the value can change based on the sale. That would be great. But I haven't had a chance to have that conversation with them. I keep forgetting about it. So it is what it is for now. Sorry, I'm fixing. There we go. I'm fixing the other streams because I have to manually go in as soon as I switch windows to make it look at the right. There we go. The right stuff. Sorry. There we go. That's better. Okay. So anyway, those are in there. If you bought a 1-of-1 off the market, be sure you go and you get your BP in the game. All right, before we get into the conversation around next week's Tuesday drop from Funko, since we're here, let's talk Twitchy Tides for a few minutes, and then you guys remind me, and we'll go over and talk about the Valentine's Day stuff. If you're going into Twitchy Tides, quick refresher. Anytime you go into Twitchy Tides to do anything, make your first stop the fish inventory. If you have fish staked, you need to take these actions regularly or else you miss out on earnings. So just come in here and immediately look for these purple bubbles, purple buttons. I've been Darth Wacko, I've been talking with offline a little bit about the game, and he's like, hey, do I need to do anything to feed these fish? When do I know to feed the fish? You don't have to memorize all that stuff. That's what these purple buttons do. They come up and go, hey, it's time to feed your fish. Because once you start really playing the game, you're going to find you have to feed them at different times too. It won't always be the same time. So that's why I always say, come here first. I got plants that are producing food. I'm gonna go ahead and claim that. So true, Walking Miracle. Yeah, if y'all missed out on Saturday's stream, Twitchy Tides TV, man, I won like 40 or 50 bucks worth of freebies on Saturday, and I've been putting all that into the game and blending and breeding and all that stuff this last week to get the most value out of it. I won a Nessie. I got one of the Nessies. I actually got another one digging yesterday on Twitchy Tides TV, so I was able to blend up. I got tons of food, packs, all kinds of fun stuff. That was a lot of fun, and it was just a free day essentially. I had earned my H2O just from watching the stream, and I just burned through that. I did gift one sub to get some extra points. I gave some bits. What else did I do? I felt like there was one. Oh, did I? No, I exchanged some aqua for some H2O as well. Here, I gotta feed my fish. Yeah, I get a lot of fish food there too, but it's still not enough. I'm up to feeding. I have a lot of fish that require a lot of food now. I'm at 85 staked fish, and I think I'm paying like 100 in food every 3-4 days, something like that. So it's about to get expensive if I don't keep winning. The free Prime sub was well used on Twitchy. Oh, smart. Yeah, really smart. Hungry little guys. Yeah, aren't they? I subscribed to get more H2O to dig, and luckily finally got a Nessie on one. It was near the end for me too, Mock and Lazarus, right? But we got it. Okay, now that I've clicked all the purple buttons, I'm back to even. I'm back to par. Now I can perform the other things on the site that I need to do, like battle bowls. I want to jump in. I got my bowls. I earn a little bit from hosting games on there, so I got to claim that aqua that I earn there. And I need to set up a bowl for today. There's a new battle bowl, Nerds Unite, that goes up each day around 5 p.m. I've been very consistent as of late. I think this month I may have missed one day. I've been really good about it. But you want to get in on these battle bowls for a chance to win aqua. But you got to make sure, like we said, go to your staking area first. A lot of people are changing and going from the 36, 24-hour games to shorter games now when they're hosting them because of the Twitchy Treasures, which we'll look at in just a second. So it's a little easier to get in now than it was before. For some of you who may have been struggling, oh, I don't have the fish that can get in a 24-hour game. Now you're going to find more options. I like the shorter durations, 8 to 12 hours myself. Here's a 12-hour one with some prizes. I'm going to join in on that one. I've got a lot of fish that are eligible. Good to go. I can hit auto, and it'll pick 10 fish automatically, or 8 fish. That's the easiest way for me. Join that battle. Boom. So simple. So simple if you've already taken care of your fish inventory, the staking purple buttons thing. And then I need to create one for today, which I've gotten pretty quick at, so you guys don't have to hold on for long. This one will launch at 5 p.m. today, run through 5 a.m. tomorrow, or kick off once it's full of 200 fish. So if you want to participate in this one, you can, starting at 5 p.m. today. Max 10 fish per person. Nerds Unite Battle Bowl with Hoot Trophy prizes. It would be quick if I could type. Pick my tank. I'm gonna put in Sully. I'm sorry, codename Kitty. And then for prizes, especially at the end of the month, this gets much easier. Oh, we're mint 5s. Oh, I want to win a mint 5. Mint 5s today. I count down the month, so the last day of the month is mint 1s. First, second, third, 5, 5, 5. We're good to go. Create the battle. You guys can jump in on that one at 5 p.m. I got a shovel ready. We bring in dig to maybe. I would like to get in on it at some point. The more I participate in it, the more I like it. And it really has evolved since it was first up with Captain Degen. No offense to him. He got it all going. But it's really evolved and it's getting better all the time. So I think I might want to introduce it here at some point. I'm just continuing to watch and research and make sure it's right for what we do here. So why participate in Battle Bowls? You can participate in Battle Bowls to win prizes and Aqua. Aqua is becoming the in-game currency. So if you go over to Game Shop now and you want to get stuff, you'll see a lot of it. All here is available for Tide or Aqua. Well, you got to earn that Aqua. You can't buy it. I don't think there's any way to buy it. Tide you can buy using your wax. You can exchange for Tide. But with all the stuff that requires Aqua in-game, and there will be a lot more down the road, you want to make sure to continue to earn your Aqua. You also can take your Aqua to get H2O in digging on the Twitchy Tides TV channel, so that's nice. I'm up to 3,234 Aqua right now. Don't forget, this shop is here for Tide and Aqua, but you can still go to Nifty Blocks to buy stuff and do blends as well. There's 2 areas. But the new Twitchy Treasures area, I think, is the coolest. You earn Aqua from winning Battle Bowls games. You can earn Aqua by participating on the Twitchy Tides channel, I believe. I think you can get Aqua there. I could be wrong. And you can earn through this new Twitchy Treasures. Twitchy Treasures is a daily game, if you will. Resets at 9 a.m. Pacific each day, where your activity the day before can earn you a spot on the leaderboard. And depending on where you're at on the leaderboard, you may get 1 treasure, 2, or 3 the following day at 9 a.m. So I purposely did not claim my free prize today because I wanted to show you guys. But when you come into the game Twitchy Treasures, the first place it takes you is progress, so you can see how you're doing today. Today I played in several games of Twitchy Tides. I've earned 5 points, which ranks me 84th on the leaderboard. I haven't done any Battle Bowls today. I do have staking with my fish that earn me 97 points. Those 3 things combined get you on the leaderboard. And depending on where you're at on the leaderboard, like this is looking at yesterday's, if you were Caesar ONLV, who comes by the stream occasionally, first place, tier 3. He got 3 prizes. If you come down, coming into getting people like BuzzKing was in tier 2 at 66th place. I usually hover in the 70s, 80s. Where am I? 80th place. I was tier 2. Based on the standings yesterday. But if I continue to earn more through staking, play more Twitchy Tides games, and play more Battle Bowls, I could make it up to tier 3 so that I start getting 3 prizes a day. I'm working on it. Looks like about a dozen spots away from tier 3 right now on yesterday's. So if you go back to Twitchy Treasures, go to claim every day at 9 a.m. You can come claim as long as you did something the day before to make it on the leaderboard. I say open my treasure. It's going to come up with a video. I don't know if there's any sound. I don't hear anything. Tier 2, I'll get 2 prizes, 2 slots. One could be empty. They could both be empty. Or they could have prizes in there. Let's see what I got. Okay, got an empty slot and 10 food, free. So, 10 food doesn't cost a whole lot, but every day of the month, 31 days, that starts to add up when you get all these prizes, right? I thought I had won some Aqua from the match I won on the Twitch Tides channel the other day, but I didn't get any that I can see. I don't remember if you can get it on the Twitchy Tides TV channel or not. Through digs, no, but maybe through the games that are held, yes. But I think you have to place a certain level. You have to place 1st through 10th, right? And that pays out Aqua. That's how you get Aqua from the games on the channels. But on the Twitchy Tides TV channel, it works a little differently than if you win on my stream, on my channel. I don't know the exact definition on how it works on the 2. Hopefully that's written out somewhere, or we could ask Las Vegas Ape, he knows. There's the chance you can even get 3 empty slots in a tier 3. Yeah, it's a gamble, right? But it's free, just for participation. So it's a nice little addition each day. I just want you guys to know it's there, because if you don't know it's there, you'll never go to game Twitchy Treasures. I don't think there's anything on the front page that's like, hey, we got a new game mode, go check it out. You guys got to be looking and learning. So your best bet is to play in lots of games through the streamers, through Twitchy Tides TV, to play Battle Bowl games, which you are limited on energy. You can only play so many a day, but you want to get in on those. And by staking. By making sure you're upgrading your fish, staking your fish, feeding your fish, blending and upgrading your fish when you get opportunities. Yeah, that kind of stuff. There you go, Darth Wacko. So there's some aqua for you. Okay, I think that's pretty good Twitchy Tides talk for now. I need to take a quick bio break, so let's run a quick game. Yeah, there you go, Tech. I've got into a real habit of when I sit down at my computer, one of the first things I do is go to Twitchy Tides, and I go through and click all the buttons. Today I didn't, because I wanted you guys to see what happens when you do sit down and do all that. You guys jump in on this game. I'm going to take a quick bio break, stretch my legs a little bit. When I come back, we'll run this. 5th place will get a Twitchy Tides single fish pack, and 11th place will get a Nerds Unite logo. You guys jump in. I'll be back in just a minute. Oh, you guys can pick up what I was talking about. You can pick up a codename Kitty there. Sorry about that. On the secondary market if you're interested. Cheapest one is $5.93. Okay, if you win first place on this one, I'm gonna pay 25 million Wolf if you're using a codename Kitty. That's what all this started with. So if you have your fish already loaded into the game, you can change to your codename Kitty as long as you've made it one of your registered fish in the game. If you're not familiar with what a registered fish is, I can show you so that it makes more sense to you. Let me get in on the game. There you go. My main fish on my team is Codename Kitty. So whenever I just put in the code word to join in on stream, it automatically goes to Codename Kitty. But if you don't have yours set automatically, when you're in fish inventory, you see these that have the pink boxes here instead of the normal like bluish green color? These are my team. When you register a fish, like right now I have four fish on my team. 1, 2, 3, and the last one's, thanks to whatever reason, is not showing, this Inferno Nessie. If I want to add, you have up to 5 slots. If I want to register another fish in there, let me go down a little bit and say I want to make, there we go. Let's say I want to make this epic Dot, another one of my registered fish. I register, and it will put Dot up here as part of the team in just a second. I may have to refresh. There we go. Now Dot's part of the team, went into the 5th slot. I can go here to the Twitchy Tide team button, and if I want, I can move these around. Maybe I want to make Dot my 3rd slot fish. You can literally just drag and drop them around to where you want them. So now Codename Kitty would be my 1st place option. So if I type !play, it automatically goes to Codename Kitty. I can have Mervape Epic as my 2nd place. So if I type in !play, then 2, it will switch to this one. But if I want to go to, say, for me, Inferno Nessie, !play 4 would then do that. Some of you already know how that works. I see you putting in the numbers. So you can switch your fish after you've registered. Like if I want to switch mine, I could right now. I could say !play 4. And you can see on screen, right next to my name, it switched to that Inferno Nessie. And it tells you in the chat. All right, we're going to run this game in about 10 seconds. Not a lot of people playing, so you guys have a good chance. 5th and 11th get 5th gets a pack. Single fish, Twitchy Tides. 11th gets an NU logo. The rest is just bragging rights. But we're going to kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Best of luck, everybody. Don't forget to use your special abilities. Why is it so quiet? I have it muted. That's very quiet. Muted is very quiet. If you don't know the ability for the fish you can type in !ability in the chat. I haven't seen mine's abilities. Ooh, Inferno, go Inferno! That's cool. Just spitting fire. But I did it too early. Oh, nope, I'm okay. Yo, there's Caesar. We just mentioned your name. Saw you were at the top of those leaderboards. Doing good. You're killing it at Twitchy Tides. All right, we're down to 1 person with a chance at that 25 million woof. Not saying any names. Oh, Papa Duo got taken out. We're down to 3. Still got a chance at the 25 million woof. Oh, down to 50-50 chance. He's enabled the roar. Will it be enough? Thank God you enabled. Oh, your roar must have died off. Or I think each special ability still has something that can knock it out. I think the hook may be that. Bubba James, so close, but you did get 2nd place, which is awesome. That'll lead towards your leaderboard for the month, which is great to have, right? You want to make it on that leaderboard as high as you can. So congratulations to Zach Bonifer on 1st. Poppin' Duo in 5th, gonna get a pack. Congratulations, Poppin' Duo. Congratulations on those pulls from the Adventure Time. Holy moly, I watched that video on YouTube. So amazing. You had and those were just going up, up, up over the last week. I think they finally dialed down a little bit. What great value you got out of those packs. All right, in 11th place, Random King, gonna get an NU logo. Don't forget, part of what I'm doing today, the free NFT for today, is just going to simply be a Hoot 2.0 so that you can get half of what you need for a blend, and then you can go back and do some of those older blends. So keep an eye out. Those will get distributed tomorrow, most likely, that you can at least have half of a blend, because I didn't want to do new art on top of doing the Superb Owl and all that stuff. Let's go back and get you a logo. Maybe one that blends. I don't think that blended, but I think that does. There you go. Coming your way. A baby Simba type roar. How funny. Okay, let's talk about Tuesday's drop. This is pretty confusing at first to a lot of people. First of all, I'm not here to ridicule Funko or drop. I just have some opinions on it, and it is simply from a, hey, they manage their business however they want. If I were doing it, I might do it differently. I'm not here to go, this is garbage or trash, or call them out. So many people are saying so many things for, like, it doesn't matter what you say. We can provide constructive feedback, and that's what I want to do in a nice manner. They are trying something different. They're seeing what happens. I think first and foremost, what they actually are doing is they're providing a nice bonus to people who have earned fan rewards points. If you've been buying on the Funko.com or Loungefly and you've been accumulating these points, Tuesday is going to be a good day for you, right? Especially if you have a lot of points. So what they're doing is they're doing this Freddy's Dark Valentine drop. It's called a Fan Rewards Series 1 drop. And the only way, and it does use the word only, the only way to get these is to spend your fan rewards points and buy these through the fan rewards program. Not here, but over there. You'll go buy them, you'll redeem your points for packs, and then I assume they will function just like normal from there on out, in that you can open the packs, you can build royalty sets, you can sell them on the secondary market, either the packs, the NFTs, both, whatever you want to do. There are quite a few packs considering what they're asking for in points. There are 10,000 standard packs. Each standard pack is going to cost you 2,000 points. That's all I have is 2,000. So I'll be able to buy a little over 2,000. I'll be able to buy one standard pack. It's better than nothing. I'm excited that I can get that. 6,000 premium packs, 6,000 points apiece. That's a lot in spending on those websites in order to be eligible to get even a single premium pack. A lot of people are upset for various reasons, and some of it may seem fair, some of it makes sense, I guess, but it's just not the way the program was run. I think the biggest miss for me personally is that I wish I had been accumulating points for all the packs that I bought of NFTs, because I have spent a lot of money over the last 3 years, and it would have been nice to have had those points to be able to be included in this program. But I get why they were trying this and trying to reward the people with the points. Where it's really gonna, and my first thought was, hey, I'll just participate on the secondary market. Unfortunately, there's not going to be much of a secondary market, and if there is, it's probably going to be very expensive, because what's going to be required here is you've got your Venn diagram of people that shop on Funko.com and Loungefly, and they buy a lot of physical product. You got the NFT world. Where those overlap, I don't think there's a whole lot of overlap of the people that do both, right? But we don't know for sure. We'll find out on Tuesday. For the people that have been accumulating all those points, they have to be willing to spend them instead of putting them towards prototypes, giveaways, discounts, whatever. They had to have been holding on to them. Now they have to use them for NFTs, but they have to, one, want to spend those points. Two, they have to like the drop. And for a lot of people I saw, they just are not interested in the redemptions. They don't think these are cool. You think what you want. Don't listen to them. The Grail Dark Heart Franny, 999 pieces. It's not going anywhere near 999 pieces. This might be an LE 50 Grail. We'll see what happens, right? Dark Heart Proto, possible 1900 points or pieces, legendary. And then the Royalty, which could be a very difficult royalty to complete. Limited to 2,000 pieces. Again, not going to come anywhere near that. We may be looking at 100 less. I don't know. We'll see. that actually get redeemed when the time comes. One of the big issues to all this is we don't know how many people that are regularly shopping and have those points know how to or want to participate in this drop. There's still a severe lack of education and training that goes around all these things. I don't know if you guys have had any conversations in the community with friends or whatever. Do people who don't participate in the Funko NFTs, but they have a lot of points, do they realize they could probably spend those points and then flip these into USDC and get quite a bit of money for them? They could probably get $50 to $100 a pack right now for standard. I'm guessing. I have no idea where this is going to go, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of packs for sale. Thus, supply and demand, low supply, big demand, or at least somewhat demand. I don't know. I've been missing some comments. I'm sorry. We need fan rewards from buying packs. That's great feedback we can give the drop team and Funko. I completely agree. This is one of those things that takes coding and time. It's probably not going to happen tomorrow, but maybe eventually. I was just saying how this would be a good drop to test that on. Nadu. Oh, I don't know what Nadu said, so I don't know what we're responding to there. Sorry. I'm going to try and bribe my cousin for some of his points. He's been buying Funko on their site since 2015. Can't let the points go to waste. See, if you got that person in your life, jump on it. You got to convince them. Hey, Melio, have a good one. We'll see you Friday. So, no, not only on drop, Boba, this is not a drop exclusive. So, according to the way they've done things before, once you have these in your wallet, you should be able to transfer them over to Wax and sell them there if you want. But we have seen that not a lot of people are even transferring over there anymore. The majority of the transactions are happening on the drop marketplace in USDC. So I didn't even mention the Wax, but it should come into play at least a little bit. Allie, I'm not sure. You said you think so. I'd redeem a few standard for that money. I don't know exactly what you meant. So sorry. So that's another thing. We do not know if there's going to be a time limit on this. If they leave it open, considering you have to go through the fan rewards program to redeem it, maybe they'll leave this one going for a while and they won't close it down after a few hours. If they close it down after a few hours, we're not going to see mini packs at all reaching the market. If they leave it open longer term, then during the month, it would be really good for everybody, because what'll happen is the few packs that get to the market will go for a lot of money. The people that are familiar with NFTs and collect now have an incentive to go use their points. If they know people that collect, then go, hey, did you know you can redeem 2,000 points and take that over and sell that and get $25 in USDC or $30 or $50 in USDC? Maybe that's enough to entice them to go, hold on, that sounds like a really good exchange rate. I'd like to get that. Now, can I get the USDC and then turn that into, get that as real money in my account? The answer is yes. Yeah. Can I get Wax and then make that into real money? Yes, you can do that. So we got to go and tell other people about this, or it's not going to happen. Let's see. Tanner said, but, and again, it's just my opinion. Oh, no, that's Nadu. Tanner's, it keeps jumping, sorry. I did make a $120 purchase yesterday to push me over the edge so I can buy a standard. Might keep, God, quit jumping. I'm even using the scroll bar. Might keep it and see what people are paying for it. Plan to sell it and my lich to buy an Alien Freddy token. So you got a plan. I like that. And again, here's Nadu. Just my opinion. Majority of the Funko site customers are anti-crypto. I don't know if I could say majority or anti-crypto, but I see where you're going. So they will use their points on this or keep accumulating to get a physical proto. I think they wouldn't touch this and go redeem a proto. I think it's easy to say, to make the big, I think it all goes this way or it goes this way. I tend to do it too. I think you're right in that most of the people there probably are not keen on the NFTs, the digital, all that side. Mostly because they're not been educated and they're confused and it's a little scary. Not because they just have this anger and hatred towards NFTs and crypto. To the proposition to tell a friend who has never done any of this, take your points, buy one of these packs, get a drop account, get it over there in your drop account. Now go and set the, oh, wait, hold on, you got to get verified. Go get verified, get your KYC, know your customer, get verified. Okay, now put it up for sale. Then they're going to pay you in USDC. Now you just need to take that USDC and open up a market account, a Coinbase account, and then transfer it over there. And then you'll convert that to US dollars. And then you can take the US dollars and you can have it sent to your account. Super easy. It ain't easy. I don't even take my USDC out and send it over to Coinbase to convert to real cash. There's some steps in there. Of course, I made it longer and more overblown. There's some steps in there like you could go, hey, Jeff, I have USDC. You want to buy it off of me? Then that minimizes it. But to get somebody who's not familiar with this excited enough to take the steps, now what you could do, you could say, hey, friend, like Tech was a cousin or a friend, you go buy the pack and then just put it in my wallet and I'll give you $50 cash. That could probably happen. But it's gonna be a tough, exactly. Exactly, Gatos. Too many steps. You lost me. Now my dog's on my roof. You hate to see it. You hate to see it happen. What's up, Gatos? It's too much. It's too much, yeah. But again, I get it. They're trying to incentivize people to get into this side of things. And one of the ways you can do that is go, hey, you know all those points you got? You can get these packs. You already earned them. You spent money. Get the packs. They're yours. Get something cool. Get a physical pop. Get it delivered to you. It's a good idea. It's just, it's a little challenging. Ignorance is such a detriment. I have a Funko friend that has been largely against the Funko NFT world, but as I've taught him what I've learned, he's starting to get into it. See, ignorance sounds like a horrible word, but it's not. Ignorant just means you're not aware or don't understand something. But the lack of training, the lack of education, educational materials, the lack of emphasis to even advertise the stuff through the regular Funko channels has really hurt Funko and Drop. They're missing out on a ton of people that would be into it. Like, I always talk about this, and it's a dream world that I live in that will never exist again. But what if I did still work for Funko or went back to work for Funko? One of the things I'd be like is we got to bring back the lives. If we did lives once a week, but every other Tuesday we made it dedicated to the Funko NFT stuff, and we gave away some prizes and we helped people learn how to open wallets and we open packs on screen, a lot more people would be into it. They could take that right now. Their social team could take that right now and start doing that on Tuesdays, and they could increase the sales of the packs. They could give away some packs. I mean, they're burning all of them. Why not give a few away, right? I think it would be really good for everyone, but they're just not doing it. They're not equipped to do it. I don't think they have the know-how or the bandwidth to do it. And it's not, I'm not making fun. I'm just saying it is what it is. Is the collection up for us to see how big the royalty set is? That's another thing for these people to consider, since all they would be interested in a physical item. I don't think it's up yet. It typically goes up a few days in advance, but let's double check. If I look up Funko on Atomic Hub, and they're in reverse chronological order, I think. No, they're not in a particular order. So let's try rewards. Fan.funko. Templates. No, there's only 12 templates in the fan rewards. They may not put it in the same one because it's a series 1. No, they won't put it in here. They won't put it in here because that would be confusing. You can't filter out these from the existing. So there's got to be a new rewards.funko. They used fan.funko before. I don't see anything in there that looks like that's the closest one, right? Let me double check through. You looking up Funko again? Alive is a great idea, says Priscilla. One thing I realized after training a younger person to sell stuff for me is that everyone who grew up with social media now can only retain info they see in videos. Very true. They have a hard time reading and understanding, but if they had a short vid, they can learn pretty quickly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Even I know that, who doesn't ever make videos to actually put on YouTube. I just do these lives. I understand how powerful the visual perspective of all this is, the visual element. Funko would benefit greatly from some shorts. Here's how you buy a pack. That's it. Game over. Do that in 15, 20 seconds. Here's how you open a pack. Here's how you get your physical redemption sent to you. Here's actual pops being delivered to people. Like, that kind of stuff would go a long way. If Funko made a reel or TikTok, it would go a long way to help with this. Absolutely, 1,000,000%. Totally agree. Totally agree. Visual. We're visual learners these days because we have access to so much. I even find it hard for me now. Like I mentioned earlier, I've got a new Bible I'm reading, and I'm trying to read some each day, and it even comes with some explanations and stuff. It's very hard for me to focus long enough to read a few paragraphs. My brain starts wandering and going off. There's distractions. I even tried to like put myself in an area with little distractions, and it's still very difficult to stay focused. I think that's just something that comes with the world we live in now. Poppin' Stock says the templates are on the test net. I don't mess with the test net. So I won't be looking at that, but does that Poppin' Stock any idea on the number of epics in this one based on what's on the test? I bet it's low. I bet it's like 6 to 8. Wouldn't the drop be under Freddy's Dark Valentine or FDK or something? No, because if you look at it here, it's called Fan Rewards Series 1, implying that they may eventually do a Fan Rewards Series 2 one day. 6 epics, I was right. 6 epics. But good question, Tech. I mean, you're right, and that's what the basis of this is. But it's kind of like Funko-Ween. There was Funko-Ween Series 1, Funko-Ween Series 2. I think it'll be fan rewards or something related. I could be totally wrong. I don't think so, Nadu. Again, based on where this logo is. Typically, when you look at these drops, it's always based on that logo up at the top. Adventure Time, Festival of Fun, Always Sunny, Batman 85th. It's always that logo up at the top. Now, they could break the standard and they could go with the dark or whatever, but I bet it's fan rewards related. The few YouTube videos I have run across about Funko NFT were largely negative and not very educational. Luckily, I investigated for exactly. Oh, smart, Priscilla. Yeah, very smart. And yeah, making a video. That's really, really smart. When Kelly was shopping for a car months ago, she put out feelers to some of the different dealerships, filled out forms or whatnot, and the one we ended up buying from, that's an important part. The guy, she inquired about a particular car. The guy didn't just send her a sheet about the car. He took his phone, he went out in the parking lot, and he made a video showing the outside of the car and the different features, and showing inside of the car, walking around, showing how things open and whatever, the radio, the infotainment, all that. It was like a 5-minute video he did, and it was enough that we were like, oh, that's brilliant. We're going to get it. We're going to go there. We like that extra level of customer service. Really interesting, right? So with 6 epics, I still think a pack of standard could easily go for $50. I think a pack of premium could go for $100 plus. I'm being willing to bet it's going to be $100 to $150 to complete a royalty at its lowest point. But that's all based on people caring and wanting these pops. And I didn't get the vibe that a lot of people were excited about the pops themselves. I am, especially the Freddy. The other two, I would pretty much be going after for value. I'll be totally honest. Can't read clocks or cursive. You know, believe it or not, Macy can do both. Her school still taught cursive, her elementary school. I was shocked. Most kids don't learn it now. Us olds will basically have a secret language at this point. Right? So true. So true. So that's the drop for Tuesday. It comes with a lot of what ifs, how things will go. Honestly, if I were Funko and Drop, I'm not, so this has no weight whatsoever. I would retool this drop slightly based on the feedback that I got from people. They can't go back and give us points retroactively easily for those of us who are buying NFTs. I would take out this only thing and say maybe first available to fan rewards points for a week. And then the following Tuesday, available to everyone else on drop with the credit card. That would be fantastic. That would change everything. But they don't get a full test that way. If they do it this way, where they're only available through fan rewards, we're going to get a very interesting test of what can happen, what the values will be, what will happen on the secondary market. So I don't think they're going to go back at this point. The other thing they might be able to do still is go, hey, we heard the feedback. We decided we wanted to change it slightly so a standard pack will actually be 1,000 points and a premium pack will be 3,000 or 2,500 even. I think that would go a long way. But I don't think they're going to do it at this point. I don't think they're going to pivot. I had no idea. They don't teach it anymore. They asked my brother to sign something. It's jumping on me again. For his passport a couple years ago, and he had no clue how to. Isn't that interesting? I always wondered, like, with Chuck's doing the math there. He's making a leap, but the math is what a lot of people have been making fun of, is that in order to get 2,000 points, you had to spend $200 on Funko and Loungefly over, from now till however far back in the past that they gave points. That does seem like a lot, but this is a rewards program. For the $200 you spent, you already got product. This is an add-on extra. So that comparison, to me, is a little silly, a little simplified, but I get what people are saying. Yeah, like somebody did the math and said it would have been like $5 million in sales points to equivalent the points people would need to sell out this drop. Well, they've done many, many millions of sales on that website. So that's the other thing, is how many people have the points to even tackle this thing? Are there a lot of people with over 6,000, over 12,000 points? I bet there are. Yeah, see, Darth Wacko kind of honing on the same thing I'm saying. The conversion rate of the points is the same when redeeming for a coupon code. In Funko's defense, it's just a little harder for me to justify since you can open a pack with those points and get nothing. Yeah, okay, that's a way to look at it too, and well worded, not snarky, just fairly worded. But the points make sense as a reward. It's 2,000 fan reward points for a $10 Funko discount, 60,000 or 6,000 for a $30. Yeah, it equivalates totally. I mean, look, we could throw up arms and scream and cry and rant like so many people are doing in social, those loud ones. Or wait and see what happens next Tuesday. I'll be here. We'll be watching. We'll see what happens. We could be totally wrong. These things could sell out and the secondary market could come down cheap. My gut tells me that's not the way it's going to go. In the meantime, people are just shouting from the rooftops to try to let Funko know how badly they hate the thing. And whatever, it's not going to change anything for this drop. So you're wasting your efforts, I think. I'm trying to get up this message. Misty said, or tell Funko us NFT buyers will buy from the other shops instead of Funko if they don't care about us NFT buyers. Oversimplified rebuttal, but I get what you're going, where the sentiment is. Just feels like a slap in the face knowing this drop was in the works for months and we got 0 fan rewards. I don't know about slap in the face either. I hear you, Misty. It is frustrating. It is frustrating. And if the guys from Drop or Funko, they ignore me on every channel, but if they happen to watch the video on this just to see what the response was, again, I'm not bitching about it. But I see what people are saying, and I would love to have had the points for all my spending on this. But the sentiment from the fans is not good. It's not good. Fun experiment to watch. I'm sure they'll change it next time based on how it goes. I don't think there will be a next time if it goes how I think it will. I think this will be a one and done, but we'll see. Yeah, Tanner makes a good point. My number one thing, I'll word this into what I think would be constructive feedback. If I had a dream of how this would go in the future, it would be that we would get rewards points for purchasing NFT packs as well as Funko Shop and Loungefly. That would feel pretty fair. Yeah. Everyone I've talked to is lucky enough to have enough for one pack. Yep. I feel the point of this drop is to try and sway those people that don't have a drop account to make a drop. I think that's part of it. 100%. 100%. Try to get them over here. Try to reward them with something extra. It is called a fan rewards program. So if this was a move to try and clear out older stuff on their website, then I can see why they might do this. If I were them, I would pair this with a mystery bundle that contains a handful of physical pops that they're trying to get rid of and one NFT pack. Oh, now that's an interesting play. I hadn't thought of it like that. So, you know what? If they did a bundle of stuff to clear out, 10 pops, $100, and it came with a premium pack, or like 4 pops, 3 pops, $30 and it came with a standard pack, I would probably buy a premium. I'd probably spend $100. That's an interesting, I had not thought of that as an approach. That's pretty smart. But I don't think their intention was necessarily, can we get these suckers to go buy stuff on the website right now to get 6,000 points? Because that's cost prohibitive. I think it was literally a rewards program to those who have purchased things in the past, and that's the way they approached it. It wasn't seen like that by the community. And I can't speak for everybody. I'm just talking about those loud ones on the Discord and Twitter and Instagram that love to complain about everything is unfair, blah, 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 blah. I think they are not seeing that other side. They only see how it impacts them and how unfair it is. Darth Wacko says, but also, maybe that next time there's a pop I want that's sold at Funko and Target or wherever, I might buy it from Funko to get the points. Interesting. Interesting, yeah. I don't think I've ever been swayed enough by the points to buy things from them versus other retailers. I'd only buy Funko exclusives there. But maybe it impacts me, influences me in the future. We'll see. I mean, I hope I'm able to get my hands on the standard pack. I want to use my points on for sure. That shouldn't be a problem. But I want to be able to buy some packs in the secondary. I'd love to complete a royalty set. That's my top priority on this one. And then eventually down the road, after all this closes out and everything, I will go back and get the remaining NFTs for the ones I didn't get. I'd love to have them all, but... Priscilla, based on the birthday drama, I can confirm that people get way more passionate over freebies versus things they pay for. Isn't that weird? So I'm not shocked that people are loud about redemption. Isn't that a strange behavior? It's so strange. But you're right. It's so odd to me that that's the way. People can't just look at it and go, oh, okay, cool. Like, that's nice that you did the freebie and I didn't get anything this time, but maybe next time it's for me. It's just, it's more about the me. Yeah, there's a lot of that in this world, sadly. I'll just be buying a series coin on release, hopefully not for $5. Nadu, no. This is our entitlement culture. Yes. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It's up to all of us to help to try and sway that. So while I'm part to blame for this. We sit back and let the negativity reign, and we don't jump in and try to shine some light on the good things, right? Like, I will try to jump in on things and say, oh, I love this. This is great, fantastic art, good job. But like the Discord, I can't. I won't go in there and chat with the current culture of the Discord for Drop and Funko because of the negativity and the backlash I will get within seconds for saying anything. I don't want any part of it. It's a horrible feeling to watch everyone just be so angry and upset. And I want to be like, oh, come on, can we see it this way, guys? And have a conversation. But there's no conversation. It's just yelling. There you go, Chuck. No complaints here. Just going to hold on to my points from here on out. It definitely is going to change the way we look at the points themselves, right? I know, Nadu, I'm bad. I know I'm not going to do it. Let's not, because I'm going to be getting out of here in a few minutes. It's a bad time to purchase one at the end. I know, you can't drop a little sunshine in front of the mob. They'll swarm you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. One drop of blood in the pool with the piranha, and it's game over. It's definitely that do-re-me mentality. Do right by me? I'm guessing. I don't know how to read that, Tech. I'm sure it's brilliant. Define that for me. I had not heard that. I've seen that spelled out like that before, if that's something that's common. So, what do you think about the Skibbity Funko collab that Funko teased? I don't know enough about... oh, it is Do-Re-Mi, like Sound of Music. If that's real, that's interesting, Darth Dweck. I don't know enough about the Skibbity thing other than the fact that word, we even joked about it on the Twitchy Tide Saturday stream. That word is so triggering to generations of people. The young kids think it's hilarious and want to defend it. We're not allowed to say it as an old, like, it's one of those words. It's so funny. If nothing else, if it's just a marketing ploy, it's very funny. No way, Priscilla. That's awesome. We got to celebrate everybody's birthdays at ECCCCCCCCC. This is going to be interesting if Funko even properly promotes this drop for the rewards customers. I mean, I haven't looked in a while. I like to look every once in a while and see if anything's changed on here. But if we go to drop, which has, what was it last? 13,700 followers. They promoted it once, twice, since they announced it. And that's fine. At this point, two times is good. But you're talking about the 13,700 people. Now, let's look at Funko. And I know they have Instagram as well, but I'm talking about Twitter right now. Has it been advertised on here at all? We got the Jumbo Chan. Ooh, some new Star Wars. I like those paint jobs. Skibbity. Target Con. Oh, there's a good video for that. So far, nothing. I'm back to January 20th. I think it was just announced last Friday, wasn't it? So not a single reference. I don't get it. I don't get it why they've put their NFT sales into a little bubble and just hidden it away in a corner so everybody doesn't see it. There's 1.2 million followers who may only get the information about this stuff on Twitter. You got to put it up at least once. But honestly, it needs to be put up several times between the announcement and the drop day. I think you do it at least 3 times to 1.2 million followers. Let's check Instagram. I know if those guys watch these videos, they're like, this idiot thinks he knows everything. I don't. I just am passionate about marketing, and I see a opportunity. Hey, baby. I see an opportunity here that was just missed. It's unfortunate.
I just want to say hi.
Well, did you want to say hi to everybody? Well, good. We opened some pops. We're talking about that fan rewards drop on Tuesday. Here.
Hi, friends. Oh. That's a little easier than trying to fit into that little tiny box. How's it going? Was there a drop today?
No drop today.
Did you do superb owl things?
We did some good wording. Look at you, pro.
I know all the things.
Yeah, we sold some superb owl squares. A lot of people need wax, so they're finding it tricky to get in there and buy it right now. But
okay. Hi, Misty. Hi, Mocking Lazarus. Hi, Mocking Miracle. Oh, Priscilla's even here?
Yeah.
What? This is fun. I was either gonna go get myself some lunch or come home and be good and eat lunch, which we already have.
We have leftovers galore.
Responsible choice. Yeah.
Did you already eat?
I'm gonna go eat now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm actually wrapping up here in a few minutes.
you
So I'll come down and hang out with you for a while.
Okay. I thought maybe we could go get our meal.
Oh,
Do they know?
No, I didn't mention anything.
We're getting a new TV, guys.
It's the deal of the deals right now. It's the time.
Take advantage of the Super Bowl TV deals.
My TV's, I think, like
Tanner's here. Hi, Tanner.
14 years old that we're using, and we got a couple dead pixels apparently, and
Yeah.
it's time.
It's time. We're excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun.
All right, we'll wrap
See
this
you
up,
guys
and
later.
I'll come down and see you in a minute.
No rush.
Let's see. I was. Oh, what did I mess up there? Yeah, there we go. I was just gonna look at the Instagram and see if they had mentioned it anywhere on their Instagram, and of course, when I came over here, the search didn't want to cooperate with me. There it is. Original Funko. So let's see if they've announced it here at all. Somebody said, I wonder if they've sent an email. Does anybody know if they've sent an email? There it is. They did put it up once on Funko. Drop put it out, and then Funko shared that. And look at it right at the top. We got Tanner, Pop and Duo. There's some good positive stuff up at the top here. Yeah, there's the conversation around the math on spending the money. There's some people very excited. I love to see the excitement. That's really good. Yeah, there we go. There's the conversation around the math. So one time in front of their... now, they have more on Instagram, to be fair. 3.2 million followers, so that's good. But one time doth not a marketing campaign make. I always talk about this. Like, if you see a commercial one time, it's just not going to stick too well. Unless it's a great commercial. It's about consistency in marketing and getting it in front of people multiple times. I know what they don't want to do is bombard people. But, like, we used to tweet hourly. and post to Instagram like 6 times a day when I was on the marketing team there. And no one complained that we posted too much. Not that I remember seeing. That's when we were growing the following. No email sent from Funko, but Drop did. So again, you're missing out on millions of eyeballs. Yeah, Darth Wacko. I've worked marketing for some big companies now, including Funko and Reliant in Houston, and I've done work with some different brands. And there's an interesting mentality around we want our content to look curated, and we want it to look nice together. So they're concerned. Most companies are. They're concerned with what this grid looks like. How many times do you find yourself, once you've followed a company, actually going back to this grid repeatedly? But they're very concerned about it. When I was there, we'd have conversations like, no, we can't have it messing up the grid and having that posted too many times on the grid. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It's people watch the feed, and then it shows up in the feed. The grid is something you see when you go in there for the first time. You're going to build the audience regardless of if it's... I never understood it. But it is the mentality among the marketing community for a lot of big companies. There you go, Chuck. Was it the Apple commercial in the 1980s with the hammer? They're on top because you follow them. I'm sure the algorithm will change it depending on the user, sadly. Yep. And the thing is, the rewards program is only on Funko and not Drop, so Funko should be the one sending out the email and not Drop. Good point. That's a very good point, Nadu. Also, I failed to mention earlier, only available in the U.S., not available to folks that live outside the country, which is a shame as well. Anyway, I'm not trying to beat them to death. I love Drop and Funko. I want this to be successful. I've said this from day one. I hold to this always. It's just fun to talk about, like, how would we do it? If we took it over, what would we do? What could we see doing better? And maybe they watch one of these videos and go, you know what? This guy who thinks he knows everything has at least a small point. And then they utilize it. Holiday and remodel commercial. Super. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know that one. I'm just saying it's on IG. Why isn't it on X2? Doesn't make sense. I agree. I agree with you. Accounts like the ones we don't talk about do a far better job of posting new pops and releases than Funko themselves. I'd have no clue about a lot of new pops if I only followed Funko. Wow, that is not cool. Yeah, sad is the word. Sad is very much the word. Okay, gang, one more reminder, and we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go spend a little time with my bride for lunch. We've got the drops for the Superb Owl are up. They haven't sold a lot, but I know that's because a lot of you are struggling to get wax. If you need wax, send me a Twitter. Yeah, that was my wife just a second ago, Pert. Indeed. I'm a blessed man. These are up for sale. You buy an NFT, it gets you a square in the Squares game. Prize is up for grabs on the 2. Each quarter, 1, 2, and 3, the winner gets a 1-of-1 NFT and 1,000 wax. The final winner in game 1, whatever the final score is, gets a 1-of-1 NFT designed by me. Will contain Hoot and a trophy, most likely, as well as a Beetlejuice premium pack. So for $4, you get at least a 1 in 100 chance at winning a Beetlejuice premium pack that will be airdropped to your account. Thank you, Pert. Game 2. Same deal, $4 a square. The first, second, and third quarters, you get a 1-of-1 NFT and 1,000 wax sent to your account. The final score winner gets a 1-of-1 NFT and 2 Twitchy Tide packs containing 25 fish each. That's from Series 4.1. All you gotta do is buy a square, or you can buy multiple if you want. There's just a 60-second cooldown between purchases. These will be up until about 10 minutes before the big game. On that day, if we have not sold out, I will buy the remaining squares, and I could win the prizes. A scam? I don't know what you're talking about, Bert. This is my project, so hopefully you're not coming in and telling me I'm a scam artist. This is absolutely legit. We've done it for 3 years before. This will be the 4th year, so hopefully everybody... Oh, really, Bert? That's a shame you feel that way. I appreciate you coming in, and you're always entitled to be part of the conversation and have some fun with us, but I've been doing this for 4 years, and I've proven my credibility over and over and over again. So really don't need that in here. But you feel free to stick around if you want to. Just we play nice here. We treat each other with kindness and respect. That's what Nerds Unite is all about. So those are up, and will be up until about 10 minutes before the game, at which point I'll buy out the remaining squares. If we sell out both games, then I will put up a new one. until the point where we just don't really get any interest. So you guys feel free to jump on in. If you have any questions that I can't answer during the stream, feel free to hit me up on Twitter, where I will happily answer your questions there. What's up, SDME? How you doing? But for now, we're going to get raided over to another member of the community. Let's see who's up on Twitch. I'm looking to see if there's who from our Twitchy Tides community is up right now. I see Welsh Dan is up. He came by earlier in the stream. He's a great dude. Whoa, there he is. Very loud right now because I have the volume up. He's playing some Twitchy Tides, giving you guys a chance to win some prizes over there. So hopefully you can go over and hang out with him. Please give him a follow. He is a great guy. Looks like he may have his significant other on screen before. I've never seen her. But hopefully you guys can go over and have some fun. So I'll get the raid going. I'll be back live again on, right, Tanner? I'll be live again on Friday, hopefully at normal time around 2 p.m. If something changes, I'll put the information on Twitter. We'll be hanging out on Friday, not with the focus on NFTs, but we'll do some gaming. We'll play the box game to give away some more prizes. We'll do some fun stuff there. So come back and hang out with me on Friday, or like I said, if anything changes, that'll be on Twitter. So let me add points to everybody who's hanging here. I'll give everybody 100 points. There we go, on Twitter. And then we're going to get the raid going. I'll do the raid over here. I think it makes more sense. There we go. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure they're doing okay. And above all else, most importantly, Nerds Unite, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Bye. Raid's going over. We'll unmute.